Hey everybody, how are you? So today we're doing something a little different. I normally just use my avatar, but Foodie Beauty did a live where she was complaining about reactors not camming up and showing their true face. Well, challenge accepted, and I'm here, Foodie. This is me with no filters because I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard does not have filters. As you can see, boogers right behind me. So I'm going to be reacting to Foodie today without the avatar because I'm accepting your challenge, Foodie. I'm accepting your challenge to cam up. So we're doing this react without the avatar. Hope you guys are okay with that. So let's just go ahead and get into it because Foodie was raging today about a great many things. She was reacting about the same stuff that she's reacted to and complained about in the past, complaining about FFG again, complaining about the reactors again, complaining about the reaction community again. So why don't we just go ahead and get into it? All right, let me just go ahead and pull her up on my other screen. And there she is. There's our girl, Foodie. And as I said, she's full of complaints today. And this react is going to be a bit on the longer side because there's complaining all the way through, and I want to address everything. So let's just get to it. And before we begin this react, if you haven't grabbed a snack, if you haven't grabbed something to drink, go ahead and do so. Because like I said, this is going to be a long one. So let's get to, shall we?
Ah, Dawn, thank you. I am. Yeah, I am actually. I am feeling a lot better actually. So, Lindsay, hi. Hi, Lindsay. Yay. How are you? Oh, I haven't been on Instagram. Sorry. Hello, Maggie, Ichabod, Lily. Hello, Lisa. Monique, hi. The Taco Bell, really, Lilzy? Hi, Rebbe, hi. Hi, Beezer. Karen, hello. Sarah. Liliana, hi. Long time no see. Hi, Briseth. Hey, Beezers and non-Beezers alike. I'm just putting some lip gloss to give you the viewing pleasure of not looking like a crypt keeper. No, I'm kidding. Queen is here. Hi, Golden Girl. It is 9 p.m. here right now, so I'm doing a little evening Beeze. Silky, I'm okay. Yeah, I can walk around. I think I can walk around. Just a boil, Lindsay. Miss Serendipity, Capri, thank you. Yeah, they suck, eh? It seems to be doing fine. Like now that it's like gone, like it's reduced, it's drained. I feel so much better. And I think I'm gonna try going out again tomorrow because I actually don't like staying in the hotel, like at all. So
Okay, can I just give my thoughts on the whole Boyle situation? Let's all remember something important, that Chantal lies. She also tells on herself. Before she tells on herself, she lies. So because she lies a lot, how can we trust what she's telling us to be true about having a boil? Now, going back through her previous vlogs, if you watch them, if she had a boil the size of a golf ball, wouldn't she have severe trouble walking? We did see a couple of vlogs where she was dragging her foot. But thinking about it for just a minute, if she had a boil on the inside of her leg, on the inside of her thigh, it would be almost impossible to walk. Now, I know that boils can appear almost overnight, and they can get bigger almost overnight. I'm taking that into consideration. But in all the vlogs that we saw her walking in, she wasn't really wincing in pain, was she? I mean, she was saying she was tired and she was hot, but I would think that if you have a boil on the inside of your thigh, rubbing against your other thigh, uh, wouldn't she be exhibiting like severe signs of pain, like wincing in pain? And I really didn't see her do that. Plus, in this particular live, she reveals that When she went to go see the doctor, she wasn't sure, she didn't remember if they gave her medication for the boil. I would think that'd be something that she would remember if they gave her some kind of antibiotics or medication. So, isn't it strange she can't remember? Also, there were no pictures of her being in the hospital. There were no stories about the doctors or the nurses. So, everything looks really sus to me about this visit. It looks very suspicious indeed.
But I've been able to catch up on some editing, so that's good. So expect another video very soon. You're enjoying the travel videos? Thank you. Thank you.
And the fact that she says within like a day or two, she's going to go out and go walking. If she had a golf ball sized abscess or boil on the inside of her leg, it was so big and was so out of control, they had to lance it. I would think she'd leave more than just a couple of days to recover. At least to give it time to heal so that she won't chance opening it up for infection by walking again.
It's very rainy here right now. It's raining really, like it was pouring earlier. So, but we've been in the desert, so we like the rain. That's wonderful news. Yeah, for sure. I'm feeling a lot better, so I think I'm gonna try to go out tomorrow. Maybe not like, I don't know, maybe not do 2 attractions in one day, but maybe one. Hi, Gypsy.
Honestly, Foodie, given the fact that you're a diabetic and you've got an open sore, you've got an open wound, something that's been lanced and it had to be drained, going out the next day and chancing it becoming more infected or reinfected after having just been clean, not a good idea.
From Australia.
And that's if you have a boil, because I've got my doubts. I've got serious doubts about that.
Hello from down under. Yeah. We have the AC on like 19. Good to hear it settling down. Yeah. Yeah, it's healing a lot better than the last one, but it's not as bad as remember I had one here before? It's not as bad. Good music. Thank you, Lily.
How can you say that it's healing better if it just happened? If you just got it lanced? There's been no healing time between having it lanced and now. So how can you say that it's healing better?
Love the cat cafe. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. For sure. Really enjoying your vlogs. I wish you can stay there a bit longer. Well, we are here for a bit longer. Hi, Robert. Hi from Romania. Hello. How's Romania? Oh, Corny, those emojis are funny. But we're already thinking about the next country to visit. Yeah, for sure. We've been talking about it. Yeah, for sure. Not today, Lisa. Tomorrow I have to go back. Watching from UK. Well, hello. Thanks for watching me, guys. Did you get antibiotics? No, I didn't. The last time I had one of these, though, I don't remember if they gave me antibiotics or not. Did they? I don't remember.
You would think that if somebody went to the doctor or a clinic with a boil or an abscess the size of a golf ball, they would send you home with some kind of antibiotic, some kind of prescription or something to make sure it didn't get reinfected or to help along with the healing. It wasn't a small boil. It was, she said, the size of a golf ball. That's pretty serious. So they just sent her home with no medication, nothing, not at all. Again, that looks sketchy to me.
Hi, Tangerine. I think sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You love the tiger video? Thank you. You got to pet tigers with Joe Exotic?
About the tiger video, I'm not reacting to it, y'all. No, I'm not reacting to it. Some foodie content I will cover, some I will choose not to. I'm choosing not to react to that tiger video because I recognize it for what it is. It's her rage farming. And she does this on occasion when she needs money, and she needs it badly. She rage farms. She will purposely do a live or do content to get people enraged. And then after doing said video, she'll follow it up with a live because she's looking to get people so angry and upset, they send her hate super chats. In the past, that's how she made a lot of money. She would do things either in the live or in a video before the live to get people so upset that they would literally send her money just to try to get a response out of her. Normally, she does this at the end of the month or near the end of the month, but she's starting early. She's starting 2 weeks before the end of the month. I guess they need money just that badly.
Oh, Joe Exotic was a bad tiger owner, wasn't he? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't know. I enjoyed, like, thank you. Yeah, babe, exactly. Hi, Brooke. Hi.com. I mean, a lot of people didn't and were freaking out. Obviously, a lot of it is just false outrage. A lot of it is just people like, I don't know. There was a lot of comments just like accusing us of like directly abusing the tigers. Like it was just stupid nonsense. I understand people being concerned about animal welfare in captivity, but just like, okay, so there's a lot of animals that are in captivity that are raised in captivity, so they're more docile. It doesn't mean.
You know what I've noticed since her being in Thailand? Even though she knows people do not like her being around animals and for good reason. And in my opinion, she shouldn't be around animals at all, given her history with her former pets. She's making a point to do things that involve animals, whether it's trying to pet a cat or a dog on the street, or going to a cat cafe, and now going to a place where they have tigers that are sedated. She's doing it on purpose. Again, rage farming. Purposely picking places that involve animals when there's so much to do in Thailand where she could easily avoid animals. So just trying to use those old tactics, trying to make money rather than come up with original content ideas or show us amazing places or talk to the amazing people in Thailand, maybe make some friends with the locals. She's trying to make money using people's anger against them, and it's not working, Foodie. Just like when you did the live and you came on trying to make people feel sorry for you. Oh, look, I've got a boil. You probably thought the super chats were going to roll in. They didn't. I checked the playboard. You made $10 in super chats that night. Trying to make people feel sorry for you is not going to make a lot of money. It just isn't.
That they're being abused. Like some places, yeah, they're like probably not as good, but we didn't see anything particularly about the tiger park specifically. There's like some tiger zoos we saw some controversial things about, but to us, like they looked well fed, they looked happy, like the owners, like the trainers. We never seen them whip them. They didn't even poke them really. Like you saw them poke the paws once in our video. We saw one tiger sleep.
Foodie, use your head. It's a tourist attraction. Do you honestly think that the trainers or anybody on staff is going to cruelly abuse or whip an animal in front of the tourists? Do you honestly think that's going to happen? Come on now. That's not going to happen. They would never. Especially knowing that there's social media and any kind of abuse of an animal, people, if they got their camera phones out, they're going to capture it and put it on social media. And they're going to get bombarded with phone calls and whatnot. No, they're not going to mistreat the animals in front of people.
And the tigers need to sleep 18 hours a day. So, like, I don't know.
And apparently you do too, because you've already told us that you have to sleep upwards of 10 to 12 hours a day just to get up and do a couple of hours of walking.
Yeah. Thank you, Dawn. So not all animals there's also some that are for conservatorship or whatever, conservation. Yeah, it is false outrage. Anything to do with me is a big deal. Okay. People need drama for money. People need drama to feed their kids. People need drama to put their kids through college. That's all it is. Like I can understand being like concerned about the welfare of.
The overblown ego on this one is astounding. Astounding. She honestly thinks the people who react to her, that we're all making a crap ton of money to the point where it's paying all of our bills and it's paying all of our rent and putting kids through college. You think so, Foodie? You think we're honestly making a whole bunch of money off of you? Listen, you got a 92, 93K channel. You're not making money off of you anymore. And even with the reactors doing their magic and putting things into compilations, doing documentaries, the money ain't there. There are a handful of channels that do well, and God bless them. They've been around a long time and they put in the work and they're up there and they do well. But the majority of the reaction channels, we don't do that well. The money we make off of you is just side money. It's just hobby money. It's not that much. We're not making that much off of you, but we do it anyway because we want to react, because we want to share our opinions with people, and some people that come to our channels care to listen. So no, you're not making us rich. Not by a long shot, ma'am. You think you are the be all or end all of YouTube. That without you, YouTube is just going to fall under itself. You think wrong. There's more to do and there's more to react to than you. And if your channel ceased to exist, we move on to other things. We move on to other people that we could react to or other projects. I have my ambiance channel. I also have a gaming channel and a tarot channel, 2 channels that I need to work on, but I've been busy working the graveyard shift at night. And I make more money off of YouTube than I do on, but I do this just for fun. So no, you're not making us rich. You're not even making yourself rich. And how sad is it? As long as you've been on YouTube, as much money as you made, you have nothing to show for it. You don't have a nice home. You don't have a nice car. You don't have anything in savings. You don't even have good health. You can't even come on camera and say, I have good health. You've got nothing. You're bankrupt all the way around, not just with money, but with everything else too.
Animals, so are we. Like for example, in Thailand, there's also a lot of elephant tourism. Okay, some places you can ride them. Some places are less ethical than the ones that are like for conservation, the ones that are actual sanctuaries, Isn't Joe Exotic in jail for hiring a hitman? I don't even know at this point. Like, nobody's talking about except you, babe. I know exactly. Yeah. I don't know if it's like a sanctuary. It's like a tiger park. It's like, it's not a zoo, but there's like, I don't know. Tiffany, 27 months. Oh my gosh. 36 months will be 3 years, right? Thank you. Me too, Tiffany. Ready, set, babies. We would never like wish anything bad on the animals, Hi, Marcia. It's yeah, like there's elephants here. You can go and visit them, do things with them. Same idea, The elephants, the tigers looked happy. Like they didn't look. I don't know. The one was awake and alert, and I don't know. Maybe they looked a bit annoyed, but I don't know. Some of them looked happy.
A tiger is an apex predator. So if you're a human and you're anywhere close to a tiger and it's completely calm, something's up. It is not a house cat. Clearly, it's been sedated because it is an apex predator. And if there were nothing going on, it would look at you and say, it's lunchtime.
Oh, yeah, you're hungry, huh? So, I mean, yeah. We didn't see anything like really bad about it. I don't know. You don't have to defend it. Well, I mean, Nostoon, there's no evidence of them being harmed or abused. People are just speculating that they're drugged. How do you know? There's no proof. You know? These tigers are raised in captivity and they say that they help the tigers. Some places do, some places don't, some places do. If you don't have evidence and you don't have proof, why accuse it? And why with the false outrage right off the bat? Oh, she's an animal abuser. Like some people are legit using defamatory comments like she abuses tigers. Like, dude, like I could sue you for that. That's defamatory.
I could sue you. How many times has Foodie said she's going to sue somebody? Didn't she say that about Natter? Didn't she say that about FFG? Oh, I'm going to take them to court. I'm going to sue them. She hasn't sued anybody. She doesn't have the money to sue anybody. She's in Thailand and she's hurting for money so badly that she's doing open chat right now. Has been doing open chat for a while. We all know that she loves her VIB chat, but her VIBs have been dropping off like flies. The money just ain't there. So, in her desperation to try to get a few more super chats, she has open chat, just trying to attract new Beezers. You don't have the money to sue anybody, Foodie. You're over there trying to keep yourself and Salah afloat. Stop with that talk of, I'm going to sue people. To sue people, you'd have to come back to the Western world that you hate so much and fill out the paperwork and go to court. We all know you're too lazy to do that.
I'm not gonna bother with your butt, but like that's defamatory. I don't know. Even a house cat can bite. Yeah. Thanks, Gabrielle. We miss Julia. Me too. Me too.
Later.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know for sure. You don't know. A Google search. No, there's nothing about the tiger park we went to that said anything bad about, we saw the people interacting with them very nicely, and the tigers seemed happy and playful. There was one large tiger who was rolled on his back like this, and like, like some people buy their own personal tiger. Yeah. You shouldn't be supporting animals in captivity. So nobody has ever gone to a zoo. Nobody's ever gone. Like, why am I the only one getting crap for this? Hi, creepy. I don't have a problem with animals in captivity if they're treated right and if they're not abused and if there's nothing, you know what I mean? There's nothing really wrong. Plus, I really, really wanted to be close to a tiger. I think they're amazing creatures. I wanted to give them some love. I don't know.
Do you think they'd want love from you? Honestly, do you think they'd want love from you? Do you think any tiger would say, I want love from Foodie Beauty? I want her to come visit me and pet me. I just want love from her. It's an apex predator. It doesn't want love from you. It wants to eat you. It wants to turn you into lunch.
You can upload a video of yourself just standing in an empty room and people will create outrage. Absolutely. I mean, they create outrage over nothing. There's like.
So we create the outrage. We do it, y'all. It's not her, it's us. It's all our fault. She's a narcissist, and every story she's the victim or the hero. So right now she's the victim because we created the outrage. We did it. Even though she chose to go to a place in Thailand where there were tigers, even though she knows how the community feels about her being around animals, how people are very sensitive and feeling and emotional when it comes to animals. She chose to go there. She knew what kind of response it was going to get, and she was looking forward to it because she loves controversy. She loves drama. She thrives on it. She eats it like a snack, always looking for her snacks. She used to get her drama in Canada in a different way. So she can't really do the rugs while she's in Thailand. Can't get the drama in that fashion. So let's pick on the animals because she knows people are very sensitive about her being around animals. And there's no false outrage here, Foodie. I know you consider it false outrage because you don't care for anything but yourself. You don't care about your family. You don't care about anybody who could have been a friend. You didn't care about your former pets. You don't even care about Salah. You care about yourself and what benefits you. So, how can you define outrage as being false or not if you don't know the emotions and the feelings of other people, nor do you give a shit?
Like nothing. There's nothing for them to even like comment about it at this point anymore. They comment about my religion. Meanwhile, one streamer is supposedly Jewish, doesn't do Shabbos or doesn't do anything else, but I'm the only one, right? I have to be a perfect Muslim. Like, get a life. Please go travel. Please show yourselves and then judge people. All right? At least go on camera.
Right here. You've been saying it for the longest. All these reactors, they won't cam up. They're scared. I'm here, Foodie. I'm camming up. What you got to say? Comments? Here's the thing, ma'am. You won't cam up and show your true face. You're over there using a bazillion filters, and you're also using your hijab as a type of face filter, like to contour your face. You're hiding a lot, and you know it. And proof of that is later on in this live when you have a little bit of a mishap with your hijab because it comes loose and it shows a bit more of your chin underneath. And instantly you feel embarrassed and your face goes red. So I'm here, I'm camming up. You want to talk about the reactors now? I'm here, no filter. I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard does not have a built-in filter. I'm right here.
Going in, thanks, Vanessa. Got off the bed, off the llama. Exactly. There are disgusting people still wishing me to go back to that lifestyle of being drugged and abused and just whatever. Like, I can't even bother with these people anymore.
That's not true. That's what you're thinking, but it's not true. We don't want you to go back to Canada and consume the party favors and get stupid. Not true. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for the other reactors. I will let them speak for themselves. They have their own voices. What I would like you to do is to go back to Canada and be your true, authentic self. You can do that without the rugs, can't you? If you know what your real authentic self is, because I have doubts about that too. I don't think you know who you are, because for the last several years, you've been absorbing yourself into whatever man comes into your life, and whatever they like, you like. Whatever they hate, you hate. You don't have your own personality. You take on the personality of whatever man is in your sights. But I would like for you to go back to Canada and be your true, authentic self without a man, and be independent without having a man around. Just go back to Canada, take off the hijab, take off the abaya, because everybody knows you're not a true Muslim woman. You don't have the faith in your heart. You're cosplaying at it. You shouldn't be cosplaying at someone's faith. Be true to yourself for once. Get back on home soil, and that way you can do what you want, say what you want without restriction. That's what we want you to do. Go back to Canada, be your true self. Stop pretending and stop trying to be something you're not.
Like, yeah, a lot of them are like raised in captivity. I don't agree with like animals being abused and stuff. Like, but doesn't mean just because they're in captivity that they're like automatically abused. And it's not my fault. Like, I don't know. Yeah. If they're like treat them well. And people are like really, really just like, I don't know. I don't know, like they're not being whipped into submission. I never seen any single whip, nothing, you know.
Were you expecting to see whips? Were you expecting to see shackles and chains? Do you think they'd have that out in the open for the tourists to see? Everybody having a phone with a camera on it that they can post to social media? Dummy.
Amberlynn is inspired. There was another area of the park. Apparently, they get to like roam around, obviously, and yeah, they looked well fed. They looked happy. I only saw one tiger sleeping. One came right up to us in a playful. You saw in the video. You know, I don't know. The owners, like not the owners, the trainers or whoever were even talking to them, like, "Oh, you sweet girl," like that kind of thing. So we just had a good vibe from it. We didn't get like a bad vibe. I don't know. Of course, creepy. It's causing controversy. I'm Jewish and don't do Shabbos anymore, but still keep it kosher. Yeah, I mean that's up to you, Bam. Like nobody should be criticizing you for how you worship in your religion, you know. Yeah, no, dude. Oh, I mean we're eating. You're gonna see. Hi, Kim Richards. Those they were not strung out. They were not hamburger-eyed tigers. Thanks. So anyway, the BS. We're having the fish because there's nothing else I love. Oh yeah, mini fan. My leg, it's actually
BS and the POS.
BS, BOS. I'm a bad Christian. I'm drinking and smoking. Are Christians not supposed to?
Your fishy fish.
My fishy fish, fishy fish. Thank you. We're having dinner, guys. Have dinner with us. Yeah.
Good for you. Good for me.
Couple of things about her live here and the tiger video. So she's claiming that she's got a golf ball sized abscess on her leg that recently got lanced or drained and packed. I'm not reacting to that video, but there was one part I did see on Twitter where she had to wash her hands, and she put her tummy up on the countertop to wash her hands, which means her body was pressed up against the sink. Now I would think if you have a golf ball sized abscess on the inside of your thigh, that would hurt like a mofo. Also, I'm watching her live right now. I don't see any pain on her face. If she's got an actual boil or abscess, I'm sure it's still hurting a lot because it just happened. So there's no trace of pain here. And she said that they didn't send her home with any kind of painkillers or antibiotics. So, Chantal lies, but she also tells on herself. And she's telling on herself right now.
Hey, man.
Your Pepsi here.
Hey, man.
Your cheesy cheese sauce. Good dip.
Diet soda.
What are your French fries?
I don't want a lot of fries. You want mine? Here.
Yeah, I give me. Hijab.
Drinking and smoking is forbidden in law. So this
Honey.
McDonald's,
Enjoy your food, babe.
you too, has this cheddar cheese dip. Let's see.
Nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares about the McDonald's.
Don't be stupid out of your mind. Gypsy, oh.
Bismillah.
Bismillah. You're having soup? What kind? Someone contacted Peter. They're doing an article. Here we go. Can you believe somebody did an article about the cheese graveyard? I'll never get over that. Remember that one guy, that petty, any person who made fun of Amberlynn's audacity to come for me for my morality on talking about a cult that was ridiculous?
She did not just. She is not licking the plastic wrapper.
Not sorry.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, y'all, if her video keeps sticking, that's on her end. Her Wi-Fi was terrible. Terrible tonight.
Thanks, babe. Okay, McDonald's here also has cheese sticks. Let's see if there's cheese pull. There is cheese pull. I don't know why people love.
I can't imagine going to Thailand with all the wonderful food there, and while you're in Thailand, you're eating McDonald's. You can eat McDonald's anywhere. Why would you eat food in another country that you can get in your home country? Just why?
Cheese pull. Oh, okay, Silky. What's my favorite meal to cook? Ordering out. No.
Oh, she was telling the truth there.
Meatloaf. You have a new. What is that? I love your podcast, Creepy. Everyone should check them out. I love them. They're so comforting to listen to. Hi, Freya. Hello. Sorry.
Hello, Freya.
I'm always having to adjust this. Sorry, guys. Oops. Slippage. So anyway, that's all I want to say about it. Obviously, I hope the tigers are being treated well. No one told the tiger what to do while we're there. They just let us interact, and that was it. We walked by someone else interacting with the tiger, and they were on their back, alert, wagging their tail, and they were being rubbed. They looked happy. I don't know. What about owning a house cat? I mean, yeah, tigers.
Okay, little observation. First of all, I'd like to apologize to anybody watching my react that you're having to watch her eat. Not my favorite thing. Not at all. I wish she would separate the mukbang content from the live content and not put the two together, so that those people who want to watch the mukbangs can watch the mukbangs, and those people who want to watch the lives can watch the lives. But of course, Foodie has to eat during her live. But the little observation is I'm noticing that she's eating rather fast. Like she's eating at light speed. And that points in the direction of emotional eating. Like she's upset about something. Like she's eating really, really quickly, like something's wrong.
Are wild animals, but they're raised in captivity. No, they're not. They still are, but
because when you're relaxed, you eat slower. When you're upset about something, when you're mad about something, you eat faster. So what's upsetting you tonight, Foodie?
less. Even cats, if you see them, they like to look up the window all day because they want to be out and they want to be outside. This is the filet. What? They don't put cheese. Oh yeah, they better put cheese.
God, her Wi-Fi sucks.
Romania? Really? Maybe. I know it's a beautiful country. All countries have beautiful things about them. This cheese sauce is cold, by the way, but it's good. They were well fed, yeah. That's how part of the reason they stay calm. Chew. I don't know. And cats sleep all day long. They're nocturnal creatures. If I saw the lashing them or something, I would leave instantly. And I'm not ignorant to the fact that maybe that does happen. But Sarah, we missed the food in Kuwait, the halal food. Oh my gosh.
But I thought they had halal food in Thailand, so why are you missing it? Why are you missing it if there's halal food right there in Thailand?
Thank you, Chanspar. The pets are well. I miss them. Lindsay, where are you gonna go? They were stunning. Is the live okay or is it lagging?
That's fine.
God, Foodie, hurry up and eat. I'm tired of watching you eat.
A monkey sanctuary? No. Oh. It's lagging for you guys? Try going out and coming in maybe.
For me, it's okay.
Oh. No, I'm not home yet. The weather's been pretty rainy.
Well, it's monsoon season, stupid. It's gonna rain.
Not as bad though as I thought it would be. I don't really pay attention to like what season to go. When I want to go somewhere, I just go. And deal with the rest after. Kitty. Scotland.
I think Scotland time like UK time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to get past the part where she's eating.
You can't go there if you.
Because there's one thing I've noticed about Chantal, like there's raging all through this live, but the points where she's eating, she uses food to calm herself down. So while she's eating, she's not going to rage. So let's just get through the parts where she's not raging because those parts are boring.
You've commented. Disney Cruise, Lindsay. Wanna come on? Disney Beeze for sure. Inshallah. Maybe someday. Disney in Shanghai? Is it good? I'm 39. Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, dude, Japan just looks cool in general. Get Salah Mickey Mouse hat.
I can't see Foodie in Japan. Can you? I really can't. She feels awkward in Thailand. She feels twice as awkward in Japan. Because manners are very, very important in Japan. And the Japanese people, they are all about being polite and respectful, and they're all about aesthetics. She would not be able to deal with Japan, all the beautiful people there. She can't deal with it in Thailand. She would not be able to deal with it in Japan at all.
Would you wear one, babe? Would you wear a Mickey Mouse hat if you went to Disney? Mickey Mouse with the ears?
I don't think so.
Foodie, from a streamer perspective, can I just tell you that eating and doing a live stream, it's not a good mix and it's not a good look. I mean, you're sitting there, people are talking to you and they want you to respond to them. How can you possibly do that if you're stuffing your face? If you've got to eat, do it before the stream. Don't do it during the stream. That's just incredibly rude and incredibly gross.
Disney Cruise, Lindsay. Can I wear your hat for a minute?
Yes, sure.
Because I want to hold it my hijab in place. I feel like Salah's hat doesn't fit my head. But maybe it will hold my slipping hijab. Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care.
Looks cool.
You think so? Thank you.
Jesus Christ, hurry up and eat.
I mean, Linda.
but I think beautiful.
Oh. Get golden Mickey here.
Senorita.
Get your new profile pictures now. Fast food, but they had the nashi. Uh-oh. Okay, is it updating? Is it going? Did you take any carry-on luggage for your trip? Honestly, I'm trying to think what we carried on. I think we checked in everything we could. We didn't want to be bothered dragging it around the airports. So we just checked in everything we could. And then we had like my bag, my CPAP machine on carry-on. Because, you know. Mirage stars, I'm 26 and kind of sad that I've not met my person yet. You're 26, Mirage. Don't worry. You will. You will. Do you know how many people are in the world? You're going to have a lot of people who love you. Don't worry about it. You like the Buddha place, Kitty?
You know, you're giving advice to somebody younger that you should be taking. You know, you're 39 years old and you don't even look at life that way. Oh, there's plenty of people in the world. No, you'll latch on to the first person that'll give you 5 minutes of attention. You'll pay guys to walk by your side and be your companion. You got yourself to a place of being completely unhealthy. And because you did, because you're not willing to work on yourself and better yourself, you're basically scraping the bottom of the manhood barrel, looking for someone who would walk by you. The point where you were so desperate that you lowered your standards to just saying, all he has to do is fake love me. He doesn't have to really love me and really care about me. All he has to do is pretend to love me. And as long as the guy's pretending to love you and be your companion, you'll pay his way. See what happens when you don't work on yourself, Foodie? See what happens? You get so desperate, you'll take anybody. Anybody who'll put up with you and tolerate you. And that's what Salah's been doing.
It was so beautiful and peaceful. Like, I can't even describe it. Top of the mountain and, you know. Babe, remember when you bought this hat, the lady said you were handsome? Everyone's saying he's handsome. Oh, that one looks handsome on you. You love dipping McDonald's hash browns in the hot mustard? Yum. Bam, yeah. Limited taste buds. He likes a lot of Arabic food. The dragon line stairs were nice, yeah. When I saw them, I was like, oh, great. But then it was okay. I've changed so much. I've really matured. Thank you. Yeah, it had to happen, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it just happened. Yeah, Lindsay, I did see that. Yeah, I know, funny. I was gonna post it on my community post. It's from the Beeze, Rosemary's Baby.
So Foop Soup says you are so uncomfortable in your skin, constantly adjusting your hijab. I know, it's just, it drives everybody batty. Like she's constantly fiddling around with it. Constantly. So she comes after the reactors and says, why don't you guys cam up? Yet when she comes on, she's got a bazillion filters. Right now, what we're looking at right here, this is a living avatar because this is not what she really looks like. This is the filtered Foodie. You know, she's got filters on her phone. She's using the hijab as a type of contour filter for her face, but this isn't what she really looks like. Y'all want to get a gander about what she really looks like? Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can find it. And this is not me fat shaming Foodie. This is just, you know, sharing some pictures. So this is courtesy of Truth Is. Here's a couple of pictures of Foodie, almost 1 year apart. So this is from August 2022 to September 2023. I mean, pictures don't lie. Foodie lies, but pictures don't lie. Pictures tell the truth. So August 2022 to September 2023, you can tell that's a big difference there. Big difference. You know, before Kuwait, after Kuwait. And she wants to talk about reactors not camming up. Let's see you cam up, Foodie, without the filters. Just bring your real, raw, authentic self on camera. All of it. Let's see what you... Can you come on camera without your filters? Without hiding behind the Facetune and the face apps and all that? I bet you won't do it. I bet you will not come on camera showing what you really look like. You're so ashamed of it, you hide behind all kinds of filters.
What's the best drink you've had in Thailand? I just forgot. I was going to post it on my thing, but I forgot. The best drink I've had in Thailand, probably their Thai tea. I'm not uncomfortable in my skin, foop soup. It's because this keeps, if I don't, it'll go like this. Okay, so how about that? I'll wear it like this then. Just so you don't think I'm insecure. My face looks like a pizza slice.
You are insecure, though.
It's beyond ridiculous that people think I'm uncomfortable in my skin when I, like, think of my past live streams on the exercise ball, if you get my drift, all the things I would wear. Like, how do you reveal yourself and are uncomfortable with yourself? You come in here and say this to me when I'm literally on camera, but you have no problem with reactors who don't even show their face. Make that make any sense?
I'm right here.
If you had to choose a place to live forever and the only options were freezing cold or blue.
You know what, Chantal? Listen, anybody can be comfortable at whatever size they choose to be. Anybody can be comfortable in their own skin, no matter what your shape, no matter what your size. But your mouth says one thing, your actions say another. If you are completely comfortable with your body, with the way that you look, you will come on camera and not be cosplaying a faith that you truly don't have in your heart. You would take off the hijab, you would take off the abaya and just be yourself. You wouldn't use the filters. You would just go out in public and not give a doggone what people say about you. But you do care. You and Salah make a point to go to locations where there is no one, when they're practically deserted, or going late at night because you don't want anybody to see you. And you don't want anybody remarking on your appearance, and you don't want people staring at you. You do your best to avoid contact with other people. And even before Salah, while you were in Canada, that was already getting started. Because when you were taking your walks in Canada, you went out of your way to drive to a park where there was no one just to walk for 5 minutes. When you went into stores, you avoided mirrors. You avoided mirrors in your own house. You absolutely would not show yourself without the filters. You only showed yourself from the chest up. The more weight you have gained, the more you've done to hide the weight gain. But if you had absolutely no shame and no embarrassment, you wouldn't be working so hard to hide so much. So your mouth is saying, I'm not embarrassed, I'm not ashamed, but your actions say another.
It was freezing. Definitely. I'm insulated. Salah, you should get a ring as well. He has a, you mean a wedding ring? He has a wedding ring. This hat looks nice on me.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Doesn't fit my head, but
You can have it.
no. Looks better on you. How long have I been sober?
How about you?
I just need it for now, I guess. Carolina! I guess I've been sober like since the last time I was in Canada. I love that you can laugh at yourself. It exudes confidence. Thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, sure. Why not? The fairest in the land. Actually, since I'm a hijabi too, I promise it's really comfortable and safe. Yeah, confidence is key. I could not wear the hijab now. I feel so uncomfortable. I don't know.
So you just admitted right there, you're not comfortable with yourself. And I do remember the video or the live stream that you did where you came on camera and said that the reason why you were wearing the abaya and wearing the hijab is because of your weight gain. You were embarrassed about your weight gain. You were embarrassed about your body. Now you're saying it again. I would feel uncomfortable without it. You feel uncomfortable, not because you're a Muslim woman and you feel like you're not being modest, but because you don't want people to see just how much weight you've gained. Even in this live stream, you have a little bit of a slip with the hijab coming loose, and just for a couple of seconds of skin showing, your face turns beet red because you're using those filters and you're trying to create the illusion of a pointy chin. You don't have a pointy chin, Chantal. You really don't. And I've noticed over time that with your hijab, where most Muslim women, when they wear the hijab, the bottom line of the hijab usually start like it's right there, right after the hairline to cover the hair. Yours is right there touching your eyebrows. It gets any lower, you're going to cover your eyes.
I have dreams regularly that I'm like in my old life and I'm in a store and I have like a slip and it just like blows away and I feel like fully exposed. It's so weird. I don't know. Let's see King Beezer wear it. You'll see in a video soon about it, right? How do you think you will be showing the boil? Negatory. Is that a word? Negative. I know you would love to see. Ew. Bam, no. Boiled bees old meat. It's just, probably from the heat. It's really hot. And I walked around like the other day. It was starting small. Then it seemed to get really bad after.
Just thinking about it for a minute, I don't know how things are done over in Thailand as far as a hospital visit. I know over in the Western world, when you go to the hospital, don't they normally give you like a little band or something to wear on your wrist or some kind of paperwork? So if she went to go see a doctor, wouldn't there be some kind of bill or paperwork that she could show us? Not saying I want to see her personal information, but it would be confirmation that there was indeed a visit because it's really sad because she's such a liar. You can't trust her word. She can make up any kind of story she wants and get away with it because she doesn't have to show proof. So until I see some kind of proof that she went to the hospital and there was a boil, I'm just going to go with the fact that I think that she lied. I don't think there was a boil. I think she just wanted to get out of walking and she didn't want to go anywhere. And Salah came up with this story and they're just going to stick to it.
After we did this like one day of 2 attractions, like 3 hours each of walking. So I did like 6 hours of walking. I did take a few sitting breaks.
And I don't believe that either. I don't believe she could do 6 hours of walking. She's trying to make it sound like she was out and walking all day. I don't believe that. Because you can't go for being completely sedentary for months and then do hours and hours and hours of walking every day. Nope.
But not that many. And it was like rub, rub, rub all day long. So it irritated it and just grew. And like the next day, I swear, I was like, ow, it's so swollen. And the pressure was so bad. But now that it's like drained, it feels so much better. No boiled bees. Local cuisine. No. There's going to be many of those videos. Don't worry. I won't say when we're leaving, but we're still here. So some biker shorts. Yeah, I know. It helps for sure. I wear them sometimes, but I need to get more pairs. Hello, my favorite potato. Hi, Anastasia. Potato face.
Anastasia.
Oh yeah, Anastasia, that's right. You wear a lot of powder on your thighs? Yes. Or you chafe like heck? Well, chub rub is a thing, you know. Boils are recurrent. They always come and go once you get them. Sarah, yeah, I had one here before. You know, I need to eat healthier food. I know I have to, but they have Taco Bell, but it's not halal. And I don't want to try the shrimp tacos. I don't know, something about seafood tacos freak me out. I don't know why. I don't know why. I could eat them in a bun. I could eat fish in a bun. I could eat, but something about in a tortilla freaks me out. I can't. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should try them. So as I agree, biker shorts would help or talcum powder. Yeah, Baby Johnson powder. They have it. I get the boil when I walk for a long time, so I wear shorts. Yeah, I need to wear that for all situations.
Is this whole live going to be about the freaking boil? is is that what this live is about? We're going to talk about the boil for the next hour? Move it along, Chantal. Find something else to speak about. That's kind of gross.
Baja tacos? Oh, they're good. Seafood and cheese. The McFish. Yeah, the McFish has to have cheese on it. I can't believe you took a bite of the jumping shrimp. That took us. I used to always. You ate raw hardly any rain.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it just holiday, just Thailand? Are you planning to explore? No, but I'm not on this trip. Just Thailand. Yeah, they were alive. Actually, I think when I chewed them old meat, I don't know. It sounds really morbid, but they were, done for, I think. They were unalloyed. I feel like I'd make myself try it for the experience because I'm not very picky. But the mouthfeel might freak me out.
She wasn't doing it for the experience. She's doing it because she wants to go viral. And she's always running around on TikTok looking for things that are gone viral or trendy. She's always hoping that there's some kind of cheap trick that she can employ to get more people on her channel or to make her channel jump up in views, rather than just say to herself, TikTok is a different platform. YouTube is a different platform. Maybe I should focus on my YouTube channel and just doing some original content versus trying to follow what everybody else is doing.
Jumpy jump shrimp.
Jumpy jump. Yeah. It tasted really fresh. Crustacean abuser. On our couples channel, going out, and I'm taking like a day, today's break.
Okay, this person sends a super chat saying, go explore when it's daytime and stop filming lives. Yeah, do that. Go out in the daytime, be around people. There's a whole nightlife in Thailand. Go explore it. Although I have seen live feeds of Thailand at night, and it might be a bit tough for you, Chantal. I've seen videos of people actually walking through Thailand. It can be a bit of a tight fit as far as walking on the sidewalk with other people around you and the cars and the bikes and whatnot. But that would be interesting content, just taking a walk through Thailand. After you heal up, go take a walk through Thailand and experience the nightlife.
From doing anything.
Now, stop trying to find deserted places or places that are empty to film in. You did that in Kuwait, you're doing that in Thailand. And I think the reason why you're doing that is because you don't want to be around people. You're trying to hide yourself away. You're trying to do public content without actually being around the public. And here's the thing. One of the fun aspects of traveling, if you're traveling to another country, is getting out and exploring and experiencing the culture, experiencing talking to people. If you talk to the locals and you get friendly with them and you're respectful, if you say, hey, where's a great place to go eat? Where is a great place to go shop? They'll point you in that direction. They'll show you places that are beyond just tourist traps. But you're so antisocial, you'll never know those places. Never. Because you avoid people. You don't welcome people to you. You don't want to be around anyone but Salah.
Thing because of my medical issue. Uncultured foods talking to their gaming chair. I know. The smell of
Oh, hi, uncultured fool from my gaming chair. You know what, Reeb? Is it Rebby? Whatever your name is, VIB. It's funny that you're calling the reactors and the reaction community uncultured fools when she's in Thailand and she's done so many disrespectful, rude things while in Thailand. You know, like she hasn't gone up to one single person and done the YE, or is it Y or YE? And that is like the, you know, when you walk up to somebody, you greet them, you put your hands together and you bow. She hasn't done that one time. And in the cat cafe, she was sitting on the floor with her legs all splayed out and her feet pointed at people. Chantal, did you know that showing the bottom soles of your feet or pointing your feet at people is considered extremely rude and disrespectful? And then again, on the street, the mother with the child, you not only touched her child, but you touched her child on the head. In Thailand, touching somebody's head or hair is considered disrespectful. So, Rebby, you want to talk about the reaction community being uncultured? Look, that one is uncultured. This is the one who wants to be a world traveler, but doesn't even bother to look up the customs and manners and what's respectful and what's disrespectful before she gets there. She'll do Google searches on little information to put in her videos, but she will not even take 5 minutes to look up what should I do in this country and what shouldn't I do? How can I conduct myself and not offend anybody? She doesn't care if she offends anyone. Even in another country, she's completely disrespectful. But yet, I'm the uncultured fool in the gaming chair. All right.
cut grasses. Warning signal to other grass that they are being killed. Plants are technically alive too. Really? Some cultures eat monkey brains. Yeah, true. I'd rather not think of the jumping shrimp. No, I just pretty much like stuck around here today because I went to a cafe and that's about it. Like I don't feel like I felt like okay, I should take a break because I don't want it to like rub and like get worse or bleed. I don't know. I just freaked out a bit. So, but tomorrow I'm gonna go to the clinic, and then I feel okay. So I'll just take like a maybe an Advil or a painkiller, make sure I'm bandaged up well, and
You know, she doesn't have to go to the clinic. I mean, Salah's supposed to be her husband. He could treat the area, he could pack it, but he's not gonna. And that's proof positive right there. They're not in a real relationship. They're not. Her and Pete's, they were once a couple. They were once engaged. They knew each other for 17 years. And despite the fact that they were not married, Pete's treated her wounds. He blow dried her fupa to make sure it didn't get infected. But here's her husband, and he won't even treat his wife. He's saying, nope, you got to go back to the clinic and get that done. I'm not touching it. Nice relationship you got there, Chantal.
hit the road and do some other activities because I want to take advantage of while I'm here, right? Because who knows if I'll ever get to come back here, you know? And I'll have regret later, like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, you know. But we did a lot of things so far, touristy things. So I think I want to try to explore more temples. I really want to do like more temples. I want to do the river cruise. I want to do a lot of things, you know. But we'll see what we end up doing. Give it a day or two, yeah. Hi, Chand. Just had a boil. Pretty big one. So yeah. Oh, well, the cheese sticks at McDonald's were the best thing. The filet of fish tasted like a filet of fish anywhere. Do you hear the thunder? There's thunder.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're scared.
I'm scared. The tuk-tuks. Yeah, it's really good, Gypsy, I'd say. There was like hardly any wait time, so better than Canada in that way. Very clean, very good, very advanced. Where do I want to visit the most? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I don't have like anywhere that I'm like burning to visit over other places. I just kind of want to like, I don't know, Daisy Dukes to review. Maybe. Borage is a beautiful island. Like, I think I tried some before. They didn't taste like anything. Like it was like a fried, crispy grasshopper in your hijab. Why? Want to see him play Leatherface? I ate a grasshopper covered in chocolate. It came with a button that said I ate a bug. They are flavorless, I find. Hi, average undesirable.
It's so sad to me. She's in Thailand. She could talk about anything. And she's still talking about food. This really isn't a live chat. It is a, food discussion group anymore.
So, let me just change my chat. Like updates slow. Resident Evil 4 solid choice. Yeah. Well, he played it on his channel. Are you gonna go back to streaming when you get home?
Yeah, sure.
I'm vegetarian, but I'm going to eat grasshopper in Mexico City in honor of my ancestors. Really? Grasshopper is very popular there? Play Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I want to play that. I love that. That's one of my favorite movies. I like all of them except for the newer ones. I have some nice color on my face. Thank you. Do you think I'm sunburned? Yes. You're my favorite. Thank you. I'm glad I'm someone's favorite. Well, am I your favorite, babe?
Yeah.
Not Julia?
Both you.
It's only multiplayer. Oh, it's online multiplayer. Thai food is exotic. I know you really want cheese and olives and pickles. I have not had a good pickle since being here. I'm going through withdrawals. Things I'm missing and I kind of really want to go home for. My pets, so bad. I have dreams of kissing them every night, squeezing and kissing them. 2, pickles.
Again, Chantal lies. She's telling another lie. She doesn't miss the pets. She's not been the least bit sad over missing Julia or Harry. Not sad at all. Anybody else who is a pet owner, you'd be missing your pets. You'd be kind of sad about it. She's not sad about that. She's not even giving them a second thought.
I want pickles.
And cheese.
The cheese. Yeah, because every time we go to order, I'm like, do they have cheese? Like every single time we check the menus. Do they have cheese? Amen.
Yeah.
Vanessa, hi. Me too, babe. All this food talk. Oh my gosh, you guys, I watch ASMR mukbangs when I'm starving and it's torture. I haven't seen chicken parm, Trelonda.
What's torture?
Like,
can I just take a moment to say something about that? So there are people on Chantal's channel that they want her to get healthy. They're trying to keep their hope alive that someday she's going to just snap out of this nonsense and get healthy. My question for those Beezers is, how do you expect that to happen? We're talking about a woman who is obsessed with food, who is hyper fixated on food 24 hours a day. Her obsession with food is completely off the chain. She's got to eat every 2 hours. And if she's not eating, she's thinking about her next meal. And then on top of that, she does her mukbangs for her channel. And if she's not doing that, she's doing her live chats where she's eating food, she's talking about food and talking about food with other people. Her focus is never off of food. Never. Even in her couple vlogs, got to include food somewhere. Like, food isn't just something she eats, it is literally her obsession. So when someone is obsessed with something and they wrap their life completely around that something, how can they ever tear themselves away and be open to change? They can't.
So hard to endure. So hard. Like, how do I explain it? Do you guys have a synonym for it? Yeah, Carolina. I think so too. She's really sweet for that. Thanks, creepy. Yeah, we tried to give you guys some awesome content, you know.
No, you don't.
What was I gonna say?
That's not. No, you don't.
Glitter and lasers is a big girl too, and she travels heaps. I know. I've seen some of her videos. Bam. Hi, Turbo Tunes. Turbo Tunes. What was I gonna say?
Nothing.
Okay, so you know NPC. You know in video games, they have the player, the person, the character you're playing. You know, dressed up all cute and was like.
Okay, I'm skipping ahead because it's getting a bit boring. So I'm looking for the ragey parts because that's the most interesting parts. Oh. That face. That is a good face. I gotta tell you, Chantal. I gotta tell you, ma'am. That face. That face is wonderful. I'll take it. I'll use that for my thumbnail. What was I saying? Let me just save that. Because, you know, sometimes when you're a reactor and you're looking for like a good thumbnail, if you catch someone during your reacts and then you try to go back and get it, you just don't know where it is. But yeah, I'm looking for the ragey parts. So let's keep going. But I love that face. You're so photogenic. Love it.
Every time someone would give her a rose, and I could only watch like 1 second. I don't know. Oh, that's an NPC line Rebecca said? Oh. NPC chicks are raking in the dollars looking stupid. I know. There's too many cheap flights for Saudi now. Depending where's your target. Yeah, true. Turbo Tunes, welcome.
Yeah, I think that was the whole motivation of going to Thailand. I think the motivation was not because she wanted to travel. I mean, Salah's been bugging the crap out of her to travel. He's always wanted to travel and get out of Kuwait. But I think she just had to. You know, like her visa was due to expire and she was looking around for the cheapest place to go and she decided on Thailand. So it wasn't like she wanted to really go to Thailand. It was like she had to take in consideration the places that he was allowed to go, the places that she could go, and the money that they were working with. And she's like, let's pick the cheapest place, Thailand.
Welcome to Very Important Beezers. Ready, set, ease. Eugenia Cooney does it a lot? No way. Really? Pink Fairy, shop with me. Let's go to Target, Walmart. Sales tax in a lot of Gulf countries. Scapegoat, your favorite, eh? You guys, do not clip that. I will.
They grab a hand and they jump.
We should do that. Way.
Because it was only one way to go out from that place.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. This is the moment where she gets embarrassed because she's got her hijab. It's pinned so incredibly tight around her chin that the pin just comes loose. So she just said earlier in the react that she doesn't get embarrassed of the way she looks. She's completely confident with herself, and yet all it takes to make her embarrassed is her hijab just coming a little bit loose. we're not seeing like everything. We're not seeing the top of her head. We're not seeing her hair, just a little bit of the neck area. And she completely freaks out.
Whoa.
No way, Leon. Wait.
No way, Leon. Babe, my whole chin just fell out.
Which one?
Did you hear what he said? So she told him, babe, my chin just fell out. And he says, which one? Is that something that a loving husband would say to his wife? Because any other relationship I could ever think of, if a husband said that to his wife, he'd be sleeping on the couch for about a month just for saying that. He said, which one? Chantal, you're an idiot. You're a stupid idiot. Your husband is insulting you right to your face, and it's going to go fly completely over your head. Or if it doesn't, you don't care. You don't care. He insults you right to your face. He's calling you fat. He's saying which chin, meaning there might be multiple ones. But you're going to laugh it off like, oh, he didn't insult you. Trust me, he did.
I can't help it. Oh no. Leah's so cute. And Howie. I miss going in the mornings and seeing Howie and giving him his peanuts, his cucumbers. He comes out of his cage every time he hears me come in. I go, where's my big boy? And then I see him come out all sleepy. He's like all sleepy. Like he's so cute. I don't think I'll get a hamster anymore, though they're useless.
Thank you, Sarah Wilson.
Thank you, Sarah. Make Stella. He knows the tree lady face. Yeah, I don't think he knows who tree lady is. There was a TikTok of a girl talking about her worst job. She said at all Dollar General food boxes are covered in ew. Ew. I'd still eat it. No, I'm kidding.
She's not kidding. She probably would.
Howie is useless. No, he's useful at being cute, I guess. Dollar Tree is not where I buy food. I have, but it peeves you off. How come, Gypsy? Tickle him. He's not ticklish. Hey, babe?
Yeah. No way.
Let's see if he likes the hot dog joke. Okay, I have a joke for you. This made me laugh for an hour.
Oh, shut up, Chantal.
She was tired of unboxing it.
I don't.
I should watch how it's made.
It's this whole. So she's in Thailand, and she could be talking about her adventures in Thailand for at least an hour and 39 minutes. They've been there for days. And if you clip out all the parts that involve food, this live is mainly about food. More and more food. As if we don't see enough food content from Chantal.
That seafood boils this week. Ew! Canary Islands. Peppermint, no, I haven't been up to date. I definitely will have to check it out. I'm so sorry about that. Wow, really? I have to reach out to her. I'm so sorry they're going through that. Wow, I can't believe that. I'll reach out to her. I miss them. Annotated. What? Annotated pumpkins? No. What are you talking about? Thanks for letting me know. Sometimes I'm just like not aware of anything going on the YouTube streets. Like not much anyways.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I heard.
Please. Please. Sometimes I'm just not aware of what's going on. Yet during this live, there were several references to Music Biz Marty, but she didn't want to say Marty's name, so instead she used FFG. Because she doesn't want to make it seem like she's paying attention to him when she is. She's paying close attention to Marty and what he's doing. And I'm sure it's making her nervous. It's making her real nervous to think about if she tries to go back to Kuwait, will she be allowed back in? Like, is there something going to happen before she gets there? So she pays attention to Music Biz Marty. She's paying attention to FFG. She's paying attention to all the reaction channels. Like, she's nosy. She's absolutely nosy. The more she tries to protest and say she's not paying attention, the more you know she is paying attention. The lady doth protest too much. And she's not just protesting, she's screaming. She can't help herself. She wants to know what people are saying about her. She wants to know what's going on out there. She wants to be involved in all the drama.
For that ugly mermaid. Top 3 cheeses. I can't do it. There's too many. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's so hard, Gypsy. Cheese curds is one of them. St. Albert's cheese. You went to Thailand with your ex. It was horrible, but if I went with someone else, it would have been great. Oh, with you? Oh, yeah, Rory. Well, that could be tricky if you're not on good terms. Melted cheddar cheese. I don't know much about it, but I saw the picture of them. Aww. That's really sad.
I don't really
I'm
care to
so
hear about
sorry,
cheese.
Yeah, for sure, Barbara. Didn't mean to make you sad. No, I mean, that's not, like, don't be sorry. I'm sorry that that happened, you know? That's sad. I'm really sorry for their loss. I want to try a lot of things, but it's like I have to find halal or something with seafood. So sometimes it's challenging. You know, a lot of street food is like just pork or non-halal chicken, or, you know, I have to go to specific areas to have like halal, I think. So it's a bit challenging, very limited, but it's okay. I think we'll go searching for some things there eventually. So, but I'm happy that, like, I think I'll be able to walk around tomorrow. I won't do like 6 hours of walking there, but thumbs up the live. Thank you. Hi, Fam Tifa. Hello. How are you? I went to a sober lounge last night. Tea lounge, 1980s night. Ah, a sober lounge. That sounds good. I don't know if they have them here, Gypsy. Everyone tried to correct her and say, no, I was raped and not scammed. She still called me a cunt. Bella, she's like a disgusting human. So don't even worry about that. I wouldn't worry what, like, a coward who hides their face and just like hates on people every day thinks of me at all. I wouldn't. Don't worry. Don't even. She's disgusting. I wouldn't even watch her.
She's nasty.
But you do watch her. That's the funny thing. You say you hate French Fry Girl, but I can't imagine hating someone the way that you claim to hate Frenchie and continue to watch them. But you do. So how much do you really hate her? You still watch her, Chantal. You watch all the reaction channels. You got things to say about everybody. But yet you continue to watch. You're with Salah. You're in a relationship. You know, you're surrounded in bliss, so you say. And yet you just can't stop yourself from paying attention to other people and watching the reaction channels in their chats.
See as fuck
Yeah.
guns.
Worry about your fake husband instead of shaming other people. Like, how does somebody who's like shaped like her, overweight, make fun of someone else, how they get on a boat or whatever? You're not doing anything. You just hide your face. You're a coward. Go travel.
Isn't that interesting? So this one, who's always yelling and screaming about fat shaming and fat phobia, having things to say about somebody else's body and somebody else's body shape. And isn't it also interesting that she's over there saying, where's your husband? You have a fake husband. Chantal, the man that you're traveling with really isn't your husband. Remember, all he has to do is fake love me. So he's fake loving you, which means he doesn't actually love you, which means you don't actually have a relationship, which means he's your fake husband. The two of you are playing house. And that's a childhood game that you give up in childhood. You know, you be the mommy, I be the daddy. You guys are playing house. You wanted desperately for someone to claim you. You wanted to know what it was like to be in a relationship. Because you refuse to change yourself, because you refuse to improve yourself and get yourself to a place where you're healthy and happy and you know who you are and you know what you're about and you're bringing positive things to the table, you would rather stay awful. And so you just make do with that little bit that's there. But all these remarks about Frenchie and her fake husband, she doesn't have a fake husband, but you do. Your husband's so fake, you have to pay him to be with you. You got to pay his way. He's not even working. He's not paying his way. You're paying his way. You're footing the bill. For what? So we can come on camera and just say a few nice words about you. He's a professional bum. And you're a professional scammer and grifter. He's got his hand out to you. You got your hand out to YouTube. But you both got your hand out. What's going to happen when you put your hand out and you receive nothing? Something were to happen to your channel and you get no more money. What do you think's going to happen to him? He'll take off. He'll find somebody else to grift off of. And you'll just be a memory.
Go out with your fake husband.
It'd be a bad memory, but still you're going to be a memory.
I'd love to eat halal, but it's
lumberjack.
Yeah, right.
What a joke.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, we have a fake marriage. Meanwhile, she literally invents a whole ass husband. Like, make it make any sense.
You literally invented a whole husband. You know what's funny, y'all? I'm thinking about something that happened a while ago. Anybody remember that period where she talked about getting I have to say it this, well, you know what? Screw it. I'm not monetizing this video. I don't care. Remember when she talked about getting a sex doll? Remember that whole period where she talked about getting one? And the fact that the sex doll would cost about $2,000 or $3,000 and she wanted it customized where it would talk to her and all that kind of stuff. The sex doll looks like Salah. If you found a picture of this doll, it looks like Salah. So she found a living version of the sex doll. All he has to do is talk to her. All he has to do is be nice to her. But unlike the sex doll, you're not being intimate with Salah. That's what happens when you have a fake husband. That's what happens when you have a fake relationship. The realness just ain't there, and it ain't gonna be there no matter how much money you pay for him. You're renting him, but you're not even renting to buy.
She's so pathetic.
Oh, just because you watch me, yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, if you list all of the things that Girl World has ever done in like forms of nasty shit, it's not even compared to what did I do? Cuba Rage 2 years ago. She has to be held accountable for all the things she's done. Meanwhile, that side has doxed innocent people.
And you haven't? And you haven't. You haven't doxed anybody. Ma'am, don't get started. Don't try to make a laundry list of things that you've done versus what Girl World has done, because your list is far longer. and much more offensive. Any one thing you can name against Girl World, there are probably 20 things that you've done that are 10 times worse. 10 times worse.
Infertility shamed. Wish I'm back on drugs, which on meth, which could kill me. So many disgusting things. Call me tiger abuser. Just like nasty, nasty. Fat shame every single day. She looks so bloated. Like,
Ma'am, how many community posts did you make with disgusting pictures of French Fry Girl? You'd sit there, you literally took the time to find pictures of Frenchie and you would just splice them up and do all kinds of disgusting things with them. How many times did you do that on your community post? How many? How many other posts did you make of your own VIBs? Showing pictures of them? A lot. A lot. You've done some pretty offensive things on your channel. The list is long. I'd have to sit down and remember every single one of them because there's so many. But a lot of things. A lot.
things that even children in grade school don't even go at that low. So don't even come for me ever again that I'm a nasty person. Thank you.
You are. You are a nasty person. And you're an animal abuser. Yes, you are. And proof of that was your own pets. You know, the animals in the zoo is one thing. Your own personal pets are another thing. Your pets, Chantal. Animals that were in your care for years. You neglected them badly. And there's proof of that neglect.
Thank you. Got it.
And cheese, eggs on legs.
Exactly. Like, they act like they're perfect.
Projecting.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we have.
I don't think I'm perfect. I never claim to be a perfect person. I've made mistakes. I will probably continue to make mistakes. But the difference between someone like myself and someone like you, Chantal, is if I make a mistake and I recognize it, then if it involves hurting another person, I will learn from it. I will apologize. I will feel a sense of remorse and regret, and I will try to do better. The problem is you make mistakes, you make bad choices, and you never learn. And so you continue to be in this toxic cycle of just going around and round in circles, making more and more bad choices, and things never get better, they get worse. No one is asking for you to be perfect. They're just asking for you to be a decent human being. And anybody can do that. Anybody can be a decent human being who has compassion and love and empathy and feel a sense of remorse and regret when you do something wrong and you hurt somebody, but you feel nothing but a sense of selfishness and emptiness. You feel so much emptiness that you're consumed and obsessed with filling up your stomach, thinking that's going to stop the emptiness inside of you. But here's where you're going wrong. The emptiness that you feel inside of you has nothing to do with your stomach. It has everything to do with the hole inside of your soul, and food is not going to fill it up.
Have to buy a mirror, maybe.
I always offered. Wayfair had a sale one time. I said, hey, I'll send you a mirror. Yeah.
You Beezers, you all crack me up. Rich is saying, they're so jealous. You're actually pretty. That's what she likes to believe. She likes to believe that we're jealous of her, but I'm going to fire the question back at her and the Beezers. So tell me, what exactly are we jealous of? Name one aspect of Chantal that it's so awesome and it's so awe-inspiring that it would inspire a feeling of jealousy. Please, somebody enlighten me. What is it about Chantal that is so just over the top awesome that it would inspire jealousy to make someone like myself or anybody else go, wow, I wish I was like Chantal. I wish I could aspire to be like Chantal. What about her life would inspire envy and jealousy? Because I can't think of a single thing. There's not a single aspect of her life that I would look at and go, I wish I could trade places with her for just a moment and live in her skin. Not a single thing. I have my health. She doesn't have her health. I have 100% of my mobility. She can't make that claim. And no, I'm not fat shaming her. I'm just putting a spotlight on the fact that she is so unhealthy that she's gotten herself to a place where she doesn't have the mobility that she should have. You know, she's thousands of dollars in debt to the point where she ran to another country to escape the tax man. Her life is completely a mess. She's got a myriad of health problems. What about her life is something that I or anybody else should be jealous of? Should I be jealous of her YouTube paycheck? Well, you know what? Money ain't a thing. Anybody can make money, but having a quality of life, you can't put a price on that.
She was laughing at your situation. Well, I wouldn't put it past her. She laughed at they made entire joke of what I went through with you know who the whole time. The whole time. So, yeah. Even to this day, like when they talk about what he's done, they talk about like May, they talk about everyone else, doo-doo, everyone except me. Oh, I deserved it for some reason.
Okay. Oh, so she's in Thailand and she's doing her live and she could talk about whatever she wants. She could talk about her adventures in Thailand. What is she bringing up? She's bringing up FFG. She's bringing up Natter when she doesn't have to bring up Natter. But since you brought it up, Chantal, since you put that topic on the table, I'm going to let you know. I think you lied about 99% of the crap that you said about Natter. You lied. The DV claims, you lied about that. Straight up. And that's coming from somebody who's been through that shit. I think you lied. You claimed he DV'd you and he SA'd you. No. You lied. Somebody who's gone through it, looking at someone like you and the things you've said and the things you've done, I don't believe you. I don't. But yet you want to be a victim so bad. You want to claim victimhood so bad, you'll make up lies to be a victim. Let me tell you something. Those of us who've been through that shit wish it never happened. For some strange, twisted ass reason, you want to claim that happened to you. If Natter had done the things that you claimed, you would have flinched every time he walked in the room. You wouldn't have wanted to be in an enclosed space alone with that man for 5 minutes. And there were many times after those claims you would sneak off into motel and hotel rooms and spend time with him. Also, Big Mama, you were able to get on camera and talk about what happened with you with no problem in front of an audience of thousands. When those of us who've been through that shit, we have trouble just talking about it with just one person we trust. And even then, in our minds, we're reliving what happened to us and we're getting visibly upset. But you were able to talk about what happened to you over and over again for hours, no problem. There's a lot of things that look sketch with you. You monetize the subject of DV and SA. And you did it to gain sympathy from people in your audience that have been through those things, to trauma bond with them. But not just trauma bond, but to get money out of them using pity and sympathy. And you made a lot of money to the point where you did it more than once. You used that tactic several times. And can I just say, I find that disgusting. Monetizing those subjects, monetizing the pain of others for your own profit. You didn't go through that shit with Natter. And I've got an inkling, ma'am, that if there was any kind of physical anything between the two of you, who's to say you weren't guilty? You've got a temper. Nobody was in the room. Who's to say you weren't getting physical? We don't know. All we know is your side of the story. All we know is what you show us. But you can stop now, claim to be a victim when you never were. Because where most people who go through that shit, they're in a situation where they live with their abuser and they can't get away. They don't have the money, they don't have the means. You always had a choice. You had your own car, you had your own money, you had your own home. You could have stayed away from Natter. But you made the choice to go back each and every fucking time. And you even had the nerve to get on camera. That one live stream you did, when somebody asked you the question, have you ever thought about Natter leaving you for another woman? And you said to that person, I think about it all the time. And then you said, I'm not as stupid as you guys think. I've got a plan. Trust, something about an Aries. The moment you said that, I knew what you were going to do. That if he tried to leave you, you were going to go to the cops. And that's exactly what the fuck you did. You were so desperate to get him away from Dee Dee that you went to the cops trying to scare her away and make her go back to Montreal so that you can have Natter all to yourself. Disgusting witch. Don't talk to me about that kind of trauma when it never happened to you.
So I don't care. Don't pay attention to these people. They're disgusting humans.
You're disgusting.
And she's a dog abuser, and she's nasty, disgusting human being.
Not a dog abuser, dog killer.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because I was a killer, right? If I was going to put BBJ down, I was going to be the killer, but she put her dogs down, so she's a killer, actually. Thank you, Rich B.
Listen to me, you sick bitch. You had BBJ and Sam in your care. And people sent you money to take them to the vet. People got concerned for BBJ and Sam. More than one viewer sent you money so that the vet visits would be free. What did you do? You pocketed the money and spent it on food. That's what you did. And you being sadistic and sick, you liked people tuning in and being worried about your pets. You looked at that as, oh, I'll get extra views about that. You didn't care about your pets. You want to call French Fry Girl a dog killer? She's not a dog killer, but you tried to unalive your cat. You wanted to put her down because you wanted to hide the neglect. Thank God it didn't happen. Thank God little BBJ got with FFG and her family and got the proper care that she deserved and that she needed. And she's doing a lot better now. But she was in very, very bad shape when Frenchie got her. But you had had your way. BBJ would not be with us. But Spirit World said, not today. We're not going to let this demon win today. We're going to give this cat her life back. We're going to get these pets away from this one. So it was. And I know a lot of people are yelling and screaming about karma for Chantal, but sometimes karma, it works slow and it works on its own pace. You know, it may not work fast. It may not be the knockout punch we're all looking for, but it works. And isn't it funny? Chantal's in really bad health. Her channel is on the decline. Her money isn't so great. Meanwhile, little BBJ is healthy, happy, in a clean home, well taken care of, well loved, in a much better place than Chantal. So karma is working, just working slow. It's working behind the scenes.
Yeah, Carolina. No, it's true though. Like people, they can get away with being. I'm just saying they can get away with being Islamophobic, like calling us terrorists for content. Like, get a life. Go touch grass. Go touch sand. Travel to Thailand. Show yourself on camera and get a life. That's all I'm gonna say. It's called hypocrisy. Exactly. I wouldn't even pay attention, Bella. Don't worry about it. Am I muted? No. So that's it. Very toxic. I can't believe like they don't contribute anything positive whatsoever to YouTube at all. So
And what exactly do you contribute? Let's have a conversation. What the fuck do you contribute to YouTube that makes you a positive aspect on YouTube? What do you bring to YouTube? You get on YouTube and you exploit your eating disorder. Yeah, I said it. You got BED. Ma'am, I've had BED. Mine's in recovery and it's been in recovery for a while, but you exploit yours. You exploit your gluttony. You get on camera and you're exploiting your problem with food rather than seek out help and therapy and get that shit under control. Despite the fact that you look in the mirror at night and you know things are getting worse. You have to know. You know you got a problem and you're not going to get it fixed. Rather than do that, you're going to exploit it. And worse, you look for people to back up the problem. You're looking for a group of enablers. You're looking for those feeder fucks that they'll pay you offline for feeder content. You're looking for those people. You're looking for yes men, not people who will oppose what you're doing. But what do you bring to YouTube, Chantal? What do you bring here? What positiveness do you bring to YouTube that makes you such a valuable asset to YouTube? Nothing. Nothing. I will always say that YouTube was the worst thing to happen to you. Because had you not wandered onto YouTube and started doing your mukbangs, you probably would be in a healthier place. You wouldn't have had all the money to go crazy and splurge on anything you wanted, to buy all the food, to buy all the party favors. You certainly wouldn't have the money to spend, $3,000 to $4,000 for food a month. You wouldn't have had all that money to buy the edibles and the magic white powder. You'd be in a much healthier place had it not been for YouTube and the money you make here. You took the cup of fortune you were given and you squandered it. You turned it into something toxic. So the reaction channels and the reaction community, like, we don't contribute anything good here. Actually, we do. We do. Because we give people a choice. For anyone who wants to watch you, they can watch you directly or they can watch through one of us. It's really up to them. Nobody is forced to go to your channel or any of our channels. But they got a choice where they want to go. Also, I know how much you hate mirrors. Well, the reaction channels, we function as a kind of hall of mirrors for you. We reflect you back to yourself. If you don't like the reflection, change it. If you don't like what you see and what you hear, change yourself. Make it different somehow. You want to make your own reality show on YouTube and you want to keep spinning a different narrative depending on your audience. The reaction channels don't let you get away with that. You do a live and you dirty delete it. We got it. We got all those moments and they're always out there for anybody to see. You can't warp the truth because the truth is forever out there.
whole community, disgusting weirdos. Tigers are actually from Thailand, not like America. Yeah, they're native here, exactly. And there's a lot of like programs that like they raise them in captivity a lot of the time, and a lot of like they're it's just I don't know. I know it's controversial, but yeah, exactly, Ichabod. Yeah, and yeah, we've just been like ignoring, and we're just gonna keep doing that because
She's not ignoring, though. If she were ignoring the reaction channels, if she were ignoring the community, then she wouldn't know what was going on, would she? She wouldn't know a doggone thing. But the more she talks, the more she reveals she's watching the reaction channels. Like she's paying attention.
whatever. I mean, it's always the same crap. I don't know how the people keep watching the same thing. Like you can predict what they're gonna say the minute I release a video.
And every 5 seconds, pause it.
Yeah.
Just to get that super chat.
Yeah.
Oh, are you mad because Chantal's not getting her super chats anymore? Well, that's because her content sucks. Has nothing to do with us. If her content were top notch, she would get super chats up the wazoo. But that hasn't happened in a while, has it? And as far as us saying the same things over and over again, can I just say from the reactor standpoint, can I give my point of view on that? Is every reactor, if I'm saying the same things over and over again and it gets repetitive, I apologize. But why am I saying the same things over and over again? Because it's the same content over and over and over again. If she's doing freaking mukbangs and the same setting, eating the same food with the same background, talking about the same fucking subjects, how can I make it different? There's only so much I can do. So she's over there bitching about us talking about the same things, and yet she does the same things. Granted, her going to Thailand, that gave us all a break. Change the setting, change the situation. It gives us something different to talk about. It's nice. I'm enjoying this, Chantal. What I'm not enjoying is the feeling and the thought of you going back to Kuwait. And I know what's going to happen. You're going to get back to Kuwait and you're going to say to Salah, look, we traveled, you wanted to travel, you got what you wanted. Now shut the fuck up, get out of my face, let me eat my Burger King. That's what I'm going to do for the next month. That's how it's going to be, y'all. She's going to get back to Kuwait and she's going to say, just leave me alone with my food. And she's going to justify it. She's going to say, I deserve this. I went to Thailand and I did all the vlogs and I did all the walking. So I'm going to reward myself. And she's going to eat a bunch of food. Because food is her reward. She's going to reward herself with food. She's going to sit on the couch for a month and not move. Tell me I'm wrong, Chantal. You know that I'm right. You're going to get back to Kuwait. You're going to get back to the air conditioning. You're going to sit on that blue couch and you're not going to move. You're going to say, I did enough for about a month, so I'm going to sit here and do nothing for the next month.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Look at her rolling into that.
And imagine that with the dry ponytail. Disgusting, nasty.
Like, who cares? Like, how many times do you have to make fun of a fat person, especially when you're fat yourself? How is that content? They want you to react. They thrive off of it. It feeds them. I know. It's so sad, Caroline. I'll never.
Low life, miserable.
Hi, Sophia.
No one even wants to touch it.
No.
In the life.
No.
Oh, okay. So Carolina says it's true, but don't go low like they do. Are you kidding me? That's all she does. They want you to react. They thrive off of it, feeds them, and you don't want to do that. You've been winning by not responding. Well, she's losing right now, isn't she? Because she's talking about the reaction channels and she's talking about the reaction community. So I guess she just lost that race, didn't she? She's bringing people up. She's in Thailand. Could talk about anything else for the next hour and 39 minutes. Could have avoided talking about the reaction community all the way around. You're in Thailand. You got your man there. Let's talk about anything but the reaction channels, but you're going to bring them up. Because although you say you hate the reaction community, you will gladly turn them into content if you need to, won't you? You'll exploit any topic of conversation if it means it might make you a little bit of money. You need a reason to rage. You know, the reaction channels look for the rages because that's the most interesting thing about your content. So I need a reason to rage. What reason can I use? Oh, the reaction channels. Let me just get mad at them. I'm going to be mad at the reaction channels. Ooh, I'm so mad. Listen, I've seen Chantal really angry. I've seen her have a full on rage, like her face beet red, looking like she was ready to explode. She hasn't really raged in a while. The rages we've seen from her, they're all fake rages. She's not raging here. She's just trying to act annoyed to garner some interest for this live stream.
They're already making videos of your chin slip for sure. How many? Okay, let's take a bet. How many thumbnails do you think my chin slip will be on? Like, I'm sure she'll laugh at that. Meanwhile, her chin's to here. Like, you know, like that's not even body shaming her back.
Exactly 16 chins.
Yeah, that's just pointing out a fact. Like, if you're gonna come for somebody's looks, cam up.
I'm not coming for your looks, but I'm camming up right now. I'm right here. You claim that there are people in the React community that were afraid to cam up. It's not a matter of fear, Chantal. It's just that when you're doing a reaction video, it's just much easier to keep the cam off because you're busy looking at the chat and paying attention to the video. That's all it is. It's not that there are a bunch of ogres in the reaction community. It's just that, you know, we're actually reacting. We're not just doing a live and eating and talking to people in chat. You know, we're multitasking. That's what the avatars are about. But I'm coming up right now. So, any comments? I'm a reactor. I'm camming up. Any comments? Anything you want to say?
Do it.
I'm here. I'm right here.
Chin gate. I'm gonna go back to staying out of everything. Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's so gross and negative. I don't know how anyone like can spend their time just contributing to that.
Do you know 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
7 plus 11, how much?
18.
18. So she has 18 chins.
No, but she fat shames you. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah,
she body shames you.
Yeah.
She looks like Slimer. Like, not like I don't care. She looks like no, seriously.
Imagine.
Not somebody who yells and screams about fat shaming, trying to fat shame somebody else. You can't have it both ways, Chantal. If you find fat shaming offensive, period, then you shouldn't be doing it to another person. If you expect people to respect your size, then respect somebody else's size. You can't say rules for me, but not for thee. Can't do that.
She looks exactly like Slimer. The way she takes the breath through her nose. She acts like she has to like watch me. Like, you don't have to watch me. Oh, wait, you do.
And you don't have to watch her.
Because otherwise you can't pay your bills, right?
She just...
yeah, old meat.
Yeah, she hid behind the avatar.
Yeah, Ichabod. No, I'm sorry, it's true. She looks like a monster. And it's because of how she radiates hate within her.
That's why she's come off.
Yeah. All of them. The hillbilly who's Chantal. Like, they're all just horrible people. I can't.
Low life people.
Yeah. Low life. No life, low life. And like people who find that stuff funny, like the Islamic.
The irony of this, a woman who is afraid to show her real face on camera unless she's got filters on, claiming that other people are afraid to show their face. Let's see you show yourself, Chantal, like for real. Take off those filters. Let's see what's really going on there. But you won't do it. You're afraid of people online seeing you as you are.
Homophobic jokes or just like gay shaming. Like, it's so juvenile. Please get better content. if you're going to make fun of my content that I actually go out and show myself and actually put effort into my videos, and you just sit there like being a jerk, like what? I don't get that. I'll never get that.
Yes, Van Diva, yeah. She body shamed me. Imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Teardrop. Thank you. It's true. Angel, yes. Collab is funny. Hey, I need some. Can you open that soda water for me, man?
Yeah.
You guys have to see the soda water here.
Just give me 1 hour, 1 second.
And people are gonna cry and be like, "This is a rage." Meanwhile, these people.
No, this is not a rage. I've been around long enough. This is not a real rage. This is just her being annoyed and needing something to talk about for an hour and 39 minutes. That's what this is. She's not really mad. She's not mad. You know, she's following her own self-made textbook. She did the tiger video, put it up. She knew that it would get people upset. Then follow this up with the live, thinking that people are going to get so angry with her, they're going to send her hate super chats by the score. That's not working. Did not work. As a matter of fact, while we're here, let me look something up. Let me look. How much money did she make from this live? I wonder. Were there any super chats? Let me look. Oh, come on. One moment, y'all. Just give me a second. Where is her channel? Oh, there she is. There's the girl of the hour. All right, listen. This is too good not to share. All right. That's all she made today. $8. That was it. That's all you made, Chantal. And I don't know if that's before or after YouTube takes their 30%. Because YouTube does take 30% of super chat, super stickers, all that good stuff. So less than $10. So all that work you did going to the zoo with the tigers, trying to create some controversy and drama, thinking that was going to lead to a whole lot of super chats later in the live, and it looked like it just didn't work, did it? Wah, wah. You failed. Used to make a lot of money pissing people off. Well, people have caught on to you. They've caught on to your rage farming. The old tactics are not working. That means you have to make new tactics. You come up with some original ideas and shit. You can't rely on the same old thing. Okay, let's go back to her live. $8. That's funny.
People will rage every time I go live and react to me. They're raging. They're like, ew, can you believe it? Look at how, oh my God, she's gotten so big. Like, what, do you not have any freaking manners? Is this what you're teaching your children when you react to be in front of them, fat shaming me? They're going to learn this crap from you. Congratulations. Disgusting people. Who's Islamophobic? People saying I'm a terrorist and all this other stuff, making fun of like how we say Allahu Akbar. We've seen a lot of comments. There's definitely lots of screenshots of it floating around. Thanks, Roxanne. But yeah, whatever. I mean, it's just, you know, stupid. A diet in spite of you. Has she given a weight update? No, of course not. Everyone knows she wasn't going to. But they don't care. They're only there to try to trigger me. Like, I don't think they could care less about her.
We don't have to trigger you. And what is this nonsense of everybody who reacts to you, we're all raging. We're raging. We're screaming to the heavens. We're raging. Y'all are watching me right now. Am I raging? Am I screaming? Am I tearing out my hair? Am I losing my mind? No, that means I'm not raging. I've had my moments with Chantal where I've lost my shit, but that's understandable given the subject matter. But not every person who reacts to you rages. And certainly, we don't need to trigger you. You trigger yourself. You make a point to trigger yourself. You're running all over TikTok and YouTube and Twitter looking for anything to trigger you because you want to be in the middle of drama. You thrive on it. And when it's not around you, you get bored. When you get bored, you go looking for some. Hence the reason why you're watching channels like French Fry Girl, like any reactor. You know, you've got your favorites. You're looking for something to be angry about. You're looking for something to talk about. And considering some of the things you've said in this live, you're watching Music Biz Marty. You're looking to see what he's doing and what he's saying. So you trigger yourself, Chantal. You could stay on your channel and just do your content and post it and mind your business, but you trigger yourself by minding everybody else's business.
Her as a person. I wait for the next generation of donuts raised by what? Slimer, so accurate. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Click on their channels. I watch through Yo Mama. Yeah, I mean, it's sad he doesn't have more viewers because people don't want the truth. They just want a reason to hate me no matter what. You know, like, and I think part of it is because
It's not a matter of wanting a reason to hate you. Chantal, you've spent years cultivating your image, your persona, and your reputation on YouTube. You've always wanted to be that controversial, dramatic person on YouTube that people don't like. And you've done every offensive, awful, foul thing you could think of to build up that persona and that image and that feeling with people. You worked hard on those things. Very, very hard. And you've succeeded. A lot of people don't like you. A lot of people despise you. But they came to that conclusion, they came to that feeling because of how you presented yourself and the things you've done and the things you've said in your videos, on your community post. Everything you put out, you're always looking for a way to kick the hornet's nest. And you spent the last 5 years kicking the hornet's nest over and over and over again. So it's not like you've been doing your content and not offending anybody and people just hate you or dislike you for no reason. This image of yourself, this persona of yourself, you created it. You fed into it. You overfed it. And now it's a monster out of control. Once upon a time, there was a person named Chantal. And then when you created the persona, Foodie Beauty, you threw yourself into that persona and you neglected the person behind the persona. Because with the persona got all the attention, all the money, had all the power. The person had none. So you neglected her. And the person whose life is Chantal, her life turned into a mess. But rather than fix the mess, you just dove into that persona. There is no more Chantal. There is only Foodie Beauty. You are a living caricature of yourself, a toxic caricature, an unhealthy caricature. But that's what you wanted. You are the architect of your own toxicity. You created it, You feed into it and you won't stop.
It's like they want, like, I've seen disgusting comments of people like they want to get me deported, they want to get me thrown in jail over what? Because you don't like me? You need to log off. When it's affecting you that mentally, you have problems. Like, get a life. Seriously. I can't believe that. People are mad that, like, they think that I'm untouched or whatever. What do? I do my own content. Like, seriously, what? I did Cuba Rage? Oh, sorry. I didn't take my cat to the vet sooner when I was in Kuwait to cut her nails. Like, what the heck is going on? People.
This is her minimizing what happened with BBJ. You know, I've had a few comments lately on my videos that point in the direction that maybe Chantal herself or maybe some of her beezers have been making their way over here and leaving nasty comments for me. And what I'd like to say to those people that are beezers, that are hardcore supporters of Chantal, there's lots of things about Chantal you probably don't even know because she makes a point to hide her dirt. There's a lot out there. A lot. And if you want to find what the dirt is, go to any archive channel, go to any reaction channel. They've got the dirty deletes, all the lives, all the videos that she got rid of, all of it. You know, she's constantly rewriting history. But here she is trying to minimize what happened, saying, oh, it was just a matter of my cat's nails were a little bit long and they didn't get clipped. Here's the real truth. BBJ, her nails grew into her foot pads not once, but twice. Twice. Despite the fact that people paid for vet visits, her own viewers, she pocketed the money. She let that baby's nails grow into its foot pads twice. And when French Fry Girl got a hold of BBJ and took her to the vet, she had a myriad of health problems untreated. She was underweight. She was malnourished. She had dirty, infected ears. She had rotten teeth, kidney issues. She was a mess from tip to tail. And Chantal still can't get over that. She still can't get over the fact that the worst of her evils was exposed. She thought she was going to get away with it, and she didn't. A narcissist's worst nightmare is when their evil gets exposed and they can't deny it. Hers did get exposed. So she's trying to minimize it. Say it was just, the nails were just a little bit long. If all it was just nails that didn't get clipped, and BBJ had been healthy and happy when French Fry Girl got her, she wouldn't have needed all those vet visits, repeated vet visits. She wouldn't have had matted fur all over the place. There wouldn't have been outrage that there was. There was outrage because of how neglected and how sick BBJ was.
Just need reasons to hate, and the more they can, you know what I mean? It's how it works. It's a weird mentality. I don't know. Where I'm going, MIA, and they're calling it a love scam.
And it's not that we look for reasons to hate Chantal. It's the fact that she goes out of her way to make herself more despicable. And she just won't stop.
It's racist as fuck. They do say a lot of things like that, Bella. That's the thing. They get away with a lot that I would be crucified for and canceled for again. But the problem is that's why they're mad and they keep trying to cancel me, because they can't. I'm uncancelable. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care if I make you mad. I don't care if I piss you off. So how, you know what I mean? I don't care what you think about me. I don't care that you think I'm fat or gross. And I don't care if you think I'm an abuser, whatever you think of me, I don't care. And I'm going to keep living.
Why are you mad? You're contradicting yourself. If you don't care what people think about you, why are you angry? Because people who do not care what other people think, they truly don't care. They don't give it another thought. It doesn't make them angry. They just let it roll off their back. But the more you rage about something, the more you're showing you do care, Chantal. You do care. You do care. You care so much, you run around on Twitter and TikTok and YouTube looking to see what people think about you and what they're saying about you. If you didn't care, you wouldn't do those things. You'd be in Thailand with Salah and just live your life. That's what somebody who doesn't care about what other people say do. They just live their life and let other people talk and they don't even pay no never mind. But you care too much.
In my life happily doing content. So if that makes you mad, I don't know what to tell you.
And also, there's something funny. Chantal or Fully Beauty wasting our time.
Oh yeah.
Like, who forced you to watch? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're fucking low life. Wallah, right?
At this point, you're wasting your own time.
So stupid idiot.
Don't blame it on me that you're watching someone that you don't like. Kristen, I don't care. I don't care. You can't. People have tried unsubscribing to me because they wanted to prove a point. Go for it. You're not going to ever affect me. I don't care. You'll have to kill me. And as I've said before, even if you kill me, I will stop. I will just like not give you a reaction. I don't care. So whatever. Actually, I did get one super chat. I don't care. I don't rely on that. I don't care. You can cut the jealousy with a knife. Exactly.
Yeah, and I think I know why she doesn't care about the super chats. And I'm just going to go throw my theory on the table. So she has a Cameo account. This is just my speculation now. I'm free to speculate. She's got her Cameo account. This is something I've been thinking for a long time. I think that she's taking feeder requests through Cameo. That's why she doesn't care. That's exactly why she doesn't care. Because like super chats, who cares about those? I can make money through Cameo.
Exactly, teardrop. I think you're beautiful. Why can't some people put their time and energy? Well, Tammy, I know. Chantal said you can reach out to her private. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Bella, I'm here for you for sure. Mm-hmm. Repulsive behavior, Leslie. Meanwhile, it's okay that like everyone in our families has been doxxed and all this and that, or this whatever they think. Are you kidding? Are you really kidding? Get a life. Thank you.
And just okay, y'all take a look at the chat. Do you see any reaction channel in the chat right now? I don't see any. I don't see a single name that I could think of that's a reactor. So here she is talking to people in the chat. And she's being defensive and bitchy. And she's just being mean to people. This is why you suck, Chantal. This is why your money sucks. Look at the way you treat people. You're doing open chat because you're hoping to get some membership signups to get some new Beezers, yet look at the way you're talking to people. Just look at it. You know, your smugness, your rudeness ain't going to get it done. There's an old saying, you attract more flies with honey than vinegar.
Chantal is forever. Yeah. Well, if you're dead, no reaction. Yeah, they all act like they want me on YouTube. That's off of YouTube, and they want me to fail. What are you going to do for content? What?
What are we going to do for content? Hold up. What are you going to do for content? Ma'am. I can do other stuff. I will gladly do other stuff. Okay. I can work. If you weren't around, I could work on my tarot channel. I could work on my gaming channel. I could even work on my ambiance channel. Hold up. Do. You want to see what I'd be working on? Would you really like to see, if you weren't around, how I'd be spending my time? Instead of spending like 1 to 2 to 3 hours on your stupid react, what I'd be doing? here. This is what I'd be doing. And I'd have a lot more fun doing it. I enjoy doing my ambiance videos. I enjoy doing them. They're relaxing to me, and I like the fact that I can relax other people. And I can build this channel up, or I can work on the tarot, I can work on other stuff. I don't have to fuck around with you. I can do other things, like other people I can react to. Thank you for giving me some kind of different content with Thailand, but I know what's going to happen when you go back to Kuwait. It's going to be the same old shit. Same blue couch, same room, same food. Ugh. You know, like, not looking forward to that. But that's what I'd be doing. That's what I'd be doing. What would they do for content? Trust me, there's a lot of reactors. We are very creative people. We can adapt. We can find other people to react to, or not even react. We can find other things to do. You are not the only game in town. There's all kinds of things to react to. It's just that a lot of people are invested in your story. They've been following you for a long time, and we're all wondering, how is this story going to end? Well, that ending is up to you. Nobody's writing the ending but you. You're writing it as you go, and all we're doing is reacting to what you put out there. And if you don't like the things that we're saying, change yourself. You don't want people reacting negatively to you, then don't do negative things. Don't get in a live and act like a total bitch. When you get online and act like a bitch and talk like a bitch, then we're not going to say nice things. We're just not. You know, negative words and negative actions elicit a negative response.
What? Hi, Samby. Nostune. There's somehow you don't spill all your private life online just so they can make up complete bullshit now. Yes, they do. They do. No super chats. We can fix that. Thank you, Vamp Diva. I appreciate it. That's very sweet of you.
Now, I know she's hurting for money because in the past, when Chantal was rolling in the dough, when she was high into her arrogance, if somebody sent her a $2 super chat, she would put that person down. You sent me a $2 super chat, cheap. She literally would. She would literally put down people that didn't send big amounts of money. Now she's learned to behave and behave herself and behave her mouth.
You guys, thank you. Beezers will always be here. I've always said that. Like, it doesn't affect me. No matter what happens to me in life, I'll adapt and I'll move on. And yeah, you're never going to see me like kiss the butt of anybody. It's not going to happen. Sorry.
Well, we've already seen you kiss a pair of feet. And you were kissing Natter's feet, and you were loving that moment.
Could have 20 people watching and it wouldn't matter. Chantal's the best. Exactly. What they're going to do for content is respond to the... I know, Carolina. Guaranteed. Yep. They're going to be, what's that called? Deflecting as usual. Hi, Lauren. Team Chantal, thank you.
Really? So Old Meat says they're salty about your sub count. Oh, we're salty about her sub count. Old Meat, little info for you. When you look at somebody's sub count, like when Chantal's her sub count, a lot of what goes into that number, there are dead accounts. If YouTube took all of the inactive accounts off that number, her number would be a lot lower. Clearly, there aren't 93,000 people watching Chantal if she's doing a live and she gets less than 1,000 people in that live at one time. I mean, just look at the number. This was 5 hours ago. 3.5K views. That's not much. Like, I remember back in the day when Chantal would easily get 1,000 people in her live. She's lucky to get 300 or 400 anymore. Okay. As far as her sub count, though, we've seen her buy subs. Yes, there are sites out there you can buy views, you can buy subs. I do not recommend anybody doing that. That's a big no-no. But she's done it because she's obsessed with keeping her number above a certain amount. But nobody is jealous of her sub number. Nobody.
That I buy subs. Yeah, sure.
You
I had the
do.
same sub count for like ever.
No, ma'am. There was one point where you were losing subs and we watched in real time the number go up and down by 100. You were buying them and you still do that. You did that for Nat or you did that for Salah.
If I was buying subs, they'd go up. They want you.
Well, that's the problem though. You buy the subs, then you do something to piss people off, and then you lose those subs and you got to turn around and buy more subs. You would have had your YouTube silver play button plaque by now had you not been a complete toxic train wreck. You'd have that plaque. But it's been years and you still don't have it. You're obsessed with getting it, but yet you won't put the work in to get it the right way, to get it organically. You're trying to buy your way there. So you're stuck. You're stuck at like 93K and you just can't seem to climb beyond that.
You depressed, hating yourself, single, off of YouTube. They can't stand you being happy. And you nailed it. I realized that. Yep.
And you know what this person Ichabod's saying? Truth is they want you depressed, hating yourself, single, off of YouTube, etc. Chantal's life is her own. Her life is up to her. She is the captain of her own ship. She's deciding how happy or unhappy she is. What we say about her, how we feel about her, doesn't matter. She can choose to improve herself or not, but she is the architect of her own happiness or unhappiness. And she keeps making bad choices and doing stupid shit. So she's stuck in her own personal private hell of being unhappy, and it has nothing to do with the reaction channels. We're not making her unhappy. She's making herself unhappy. And all we're doing is simply commenting on what we see.
I've lost a lot of people who, think that like they can. Yeah, I've lost a lot of people that I thought would always be here. They don't want me to be happy.
No, you didn't lose those people. You drove them away by acting badly, by taking them for granted, by cursing them out, by humiliating and degrading your own subs and talking down to them, by doing live chats where you told people, I don't care if you stay, I don't care if you go, you can go ahead and unsub. I'll get more Beezers as soon as you leave. You made people feel like they didn't matter. You spit on people if they gave you a low super chat. And when it suited you, you would sit there and embarrass some of your VIBs in your community post and on your lives, using the fact that you have a channel to punish people and degrade them. That's why you lost them. You drove them away. You did that because you don't care about anybody. You care about your bottom line, but you don't care about people. You don't acknowledge that people are people and they have feelings. You don't have to look them in the face because you're behind a camera. So in your mind, they're not really people. And you can do as you please and treat them like crap.
And it's like you realize who your real friends are. You realize who your true followers are. Like it's true. It's the truth. You lose a lot of people on the way in life, unfortunately, but
like I said, you didn't lose them, you drove them away. Big difference.
That happens. I look like a painting, Jenna. Emily Rose, hi. Yeah, exactly. Don't give them much energy. They're vampires. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, if I don't give them anything, they make up stupid things, like really stupid things. So, because they have to make a living, right?
Well, there are parts of your story that don't make sense. And because you lie so much, all we're doing is just trying to fill in the holes and try to piece things together to where it does make sense. That's all. See, the thing is, if you told the truth, Chantal, if you didn't lie so much, then we could rely on what you're saying. But you lie too much and you're constantly hiding things. And we're just trying to make sense of it all. And we got to put the work in, looking for the details, looking for the things that you forgot about to make it all make sense. Because sometimes it truly doesn't make sense.
So honorable. It's time to bring our alliance back. Thanks, handle of something. Yes, the Beeze alliance. Thank you. When you're down, they're up. Yes, you're right, Vamp. You're so right. Imagine doing that, like, for a living and having the nerve to say that I'm vile and disgusting.
Boy, she's really got these Beezers brainwashed. She's got them actually believing that the reaction channels and the reaction community, that it's all about jealousy and envy. Even though I want to know, what are we jealous of? What are we jealous of? I would like to know. Name one thing that I'm jealous of or anybody else is jealous of. I would love to hear it. One aspect about her life that somebody else would go, I wish I had that.
Thank you, handle of something. Annie Wilkes, I don't know, old meat. Hi. They hate themselves. That's why they do it, jealous of your happiness. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Happy people never punch down and hate on other people who are.
You know what, though? Happy people, truly happy people, don't concern themselves with the things that other people say. Understand me? People who are happy and busy and productive, they're so busy being happy and busy and productive, they don't care what other people are saying about them. They're moving forward in life. They've got their eyes straight ahead. They got their attention straight ahead. They're not turning around to listen to what other people say. But you're not looking towards the future. You're always turning around to see what's going on TikTok, what's going on YouTube, what's going on Twitter. What's the gossip behind me? I want to be in the middle of it. I want to be in the middle of the drama. You're a narcissist. You need your ego stroked. So you'll look for anyone that's talking about you, any mention of your name. But if your life is so doggone happy, why aren't you facing forward and moving forward? Why not just let the reaction channels react and talk the way they want to talk, and you just do your things over in your backyard?
You know, doing their thing. Never. Yeah, bam. Yep. Yeah, babe. So, I mean, I really try not to go low like that. And yeah, I've never done anything or said things that and a lot of these nasty people have done. And they cheer each other on. And yeah, let's bring her down. Excuse me? Like, okay, let's do illegal stuff. Thank goodness all those terrible people unsubscribe to you. It's a better community for sure.
She's so watching Music Biz Marty. She's keeping an eye on him. Like there's been so many references to Music Biz Marty in this live. She's watching him and she's concerned and she's nervous.
Tea and dust, yes, old me. I'm feeling a lot better, Jenna. Yes. Alhamdulillah. Relax. It's true, they're just completely jealous because they don't travel, they don't go on adventures. Yeah, like where did what's her face go? To Cornwall? Like to go see Shannon or to like stalk my hometown? That's about it. So I mean, well, I have one life, so you make it the best and be happy. Happy for you. Thanks, Tammy. That's what we're trying to do. You know? That's what we're trying to do. And we are doing it, yeah, for sure. I'm very happy. I'm having a good time here for sure.
No, you're
I
not.
wish this little thing didn't happen, but that's okay. Won't even leave her cave, yeah.
Okay, this person, Black Chaos, says it's so true. They are just completely jealous because they don't travel. They don't go on adventures. They're not spontaneous and they have nothing interesting to share. Hey, idiot. Some of us have lives. Some of us work. You know, not everybody can get on YouTube and have a channel and, you know, make their own schedule. A lot of people that are reactors, we work, we got jobs, we got responsibilities. So, you know, can't really travel. You go to places like Thailand, but we're happy nevertheless. And look at Chantal, she's in Thailand. Has she done everything that she could do? No. Is she having the most fun that she could have? Absolutely not. I mean, everywhere in Thailand that she's gone so far, it's got to be deserted, can be no people. She has to have air conditioning, got to eat all the time. She's not having the most fun in Thailand, and that's her fault.
Hi, Cassies. Hello, how are you? I'm going to get off in a few minutes, guys, probably, because it's been like...
It's so funny about some stupid people saying, why she do this? Why she didn't do this? What? And she must do this. She must not do this.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Go friggin' book your ticket and travel to Thailand and show us how to do and how to not do, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you book your ticket to go somewhere, Salah, and you pay for it? You professional bum. You're so desperate and stupid that you put your hooks into Chantal because you decided, I want to be a kept man and I want her to pay my way. And I have no respect for you at all as a person for doing that. You're an able-bodied person. You could easily go out and work and make your way. But you decided, oh, I don't want to work. I'm too good to work. So I'm going to hook up with Chantal and let her pay my way. Why don't you go book your ticket and go somewhere alone? And you come up with the money and you pay for it rather than look for somebody else to pay your way, bro. You know?
Exactly. Do your own vacation then. Like, how are you going to judge somebody on vacation?
Make it logical.
I've never, yeah.
Not Salah over there telling people, get your own vacation when he's not even paying for this trip. She is.
There's nobody else who does travel vlogs where they have leechy people stealing their content just to go, okay, so this is a boring vlog. Like, well, why are you watching it then?
Watch?
Like,
Right?
how interesting do you think your content is if you're like reacting to this boring? Yeah, like, anyway.
And vlog about 15 minutes. They make it live 5 hours. Or
Yeah,
6 hours
yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
See, the more I love the fact they tell on themselves. I love it. So they're right here, they're just telling us how much time they spend going to all the reaction channels and noticing who's live and for how long and what they say. Spend a lot of time doing that. You guys just spend all your time on YouTube, don't you? I thought you had a lot of vlogs to edit, Chantal. I thought you were extremely busy. Shouldn't you be busy all night editing those vlogs and putting them up? No. No, you're going to spend your time on TikTok and YouTube, lurking in the chats, leaving nasty comments.
Even one community post.
Over a 20-minute video of nothing.
Imagine how fucking
of a fat person. I know. Oh my god.
I feel sad for the people who watch this. Really, like
it's disgusting.
Watching live for 5 hours to make fun about
I know.
Okay.
Doing insults of like that, something like a 10-year-old would do.
Yeah, hates.
At 60. At 60.
Yeah. This community, I don't know. It's weird. I never see this in my life.
No, me neither. No, that's a first for me. Girl World is a first, and I'm not part of it.
I'm not part of it. Well, you don't have to be part of it. You just are content. And you know what's funny about her is when Chantal was in her heyday, like when she was in her high time for her channel, like when she was doing the mukbangs and there was no natter. It was just her and Pete's when she was doing a lot better. She didn't care about the reaction channel. She didn't care people reacted to her. She only started to care during the natter arc when she started losing money. That's when she started to care. And she got it in her head that we were taking money out of her pocket when absolutely is not true, because people always have a choice of where they can go and nobody forces anyone to watch any kind of content. You know, she just has it in her mind. She actually thinks the reaction channels are taking money out of her pocket. Well, Chantal, you take money out of your own pocket. You'll do a live and you won't leave it up. You'll dirty delete it. So you rob yourself by doing that. When you post a video and you're raging or there's something in it you don't like and you get rid of it, you're robbing your own pocket. Had you been smart long ago, you could have been swimming in money right now. You could have had a merch store long ago and sold a bunch of merch and made a bunch of money. But you were so lazy, you didn't jump on it when you could have. Now you're salty because the reaction channels, they're getting more engagement and more of an audience than you do. And they're doing it reacting to your content. Instead of getting salty at us for getting more engagement, what you should do is go back to the table and say, what can I do to improve my content? How can I make my stuff more interesting than what's going on with the reaction channels? What do I have to do? Let's really put the thinking cap on and work it out. But no, you want to stick to the easy stuff. You want to stick to just blaming everybody. Oh, it's our fault. They're taking money out of my pocket. If they weren't around, I'd make more money. Would you? Or would you actually lose money? Because without the reaction channels around, nobody would care about you. Nobody would care. Your content on its own is boring. And I'm not saying that to be hateful. I'm saying that to be truthful. Don't confuse the two. Don't confuse truth with hate. They're separate. You want more views, you want more money, you got to think outside the box. You got to get outside the box. You got to do more. The mukbang trend, that was hot once upon a time, but people's interest in it has waned. So you've got to find a way to make it interesting. Getting on camera and talking about the same old subjects and eating the same old fast food is boring. It's boring. You've been grabbing at different things, just trying to make something work, but not researching what you do, so they all fail. But that's not the reaction channel's fault. That's your fault as a content creator for not researching the content you want to do, researching it thoroughly, seeing what you can do, and doing the best you can at it. Now you want to half-ass it, and then you wonder why nobody cares.
Nasty as hell.
Yeah. But I'm the nasty one because I had a Cuba rage 2 years ago. Thank you, doing okay, Bam. Family is sick.
No
Oh, I
one is
hope you feel
angel.
better.
People fix our thing, like
Yeah,
being better.
yeah, for sure. Past is a past. Yes, exactly.
Past is past, yeah.
Thanks, Freya. There's not one reactor who has traveled overseas since they started reacting. Yeah, exactly. I mean, live your life how you want. If you don't want to travel, fine. But like, you're not. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to comment on a travel vlog? Do better then. Do it. At least Chantal had traveled different continents. She had a medical emergency and still choosing to stay. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Cassie. You better stand for your queen. Oh, he does, Melly. Christy, sometimes. The vlogs have been quite fun. Thank you, Mike. Hi, Mike Beezer. How are you? Epic Beeze. Reactor 16. No, I mean like audience and stuff, Bam. Like a lot of the audience. I'm 53 and never in my life seen people like... Yeah, I mean, like, it's so ridiculous. They're weaponizing their hateful viewers to make money, and they're hateful and mean people for sure, Monica.
How are we weaponizing our audiences? How are we weaponizing our audiences? I don't understand that. I'll tell you who weaponizes their audience. It's Chantal. Because many times in the past, she will put out silent signals for her Beezers to go and harass people, to get in their comment sections, to go in their chats. Remember Missy Moo? Yeah, talk about weaponizing your audience, Chantal. But weaponizing an audience, it points in the direction of we are signaling our audience to go and do something against somebody. It's not the case. Reacting to someone is not weaponizing your audience. It's just, here's my opinion. I'm putting it in a live, or I'm putting it in a video. And what do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts in the comments or in the live chats. But you're not weaponizing your audience. You are just putting your opinions out there, and either people agree or disagree. We're not turning our audiences into our own personal private armies to do our bidding. No, that's something that you do.
She has a
Don't get us twisted up with us, okay? Don't mistake what you do for what we do.
Rebe. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah. I don't know. Like, he's the only reactor who, like, is, you know, fair. Like, he calls out the hypocrisy, the BS. He's so right about a lot of things, you know, and people, that's why people don't like it. A lot of people don't like him because he's right about that stuff.
The haters, like the haters channels, they fool the audience, they fool them, and build the hates inside their hearts.
Yeah.
Make them black.
Make them rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, black, exactly. That's what I like. It's just disgusting. Like,
Yeah,
it gives you an ick feeling watching that. Unless you have that inside you. Like, I don't know. I recently found you. I just love seeing your vlogs and travel experiences. Thank you, Natalie.
And they're doing like verbal abuse and showing hates and
Yeah, every day.
and harassment
Every day. And it's okay though,
yeah.
but I'm the vile one.
Oh,
I don't even like acknowledge them half the time.
it's the real.
You're acknowledging us now. I don't acknowledge them half the time. What about the other half? You really acknowledge us. So you're not really ignoring us, are you?
Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
For real. Anyone who have a brain, he will think about this like this way. I feel. I don't know.
Yeah.
No words to describe this community.
Yeah. I don't have to use others for content in a negative way. And that's probably why I don't get bad karma. Because, yeah, I'm not perfect and I've messed up a lot and made mistakes and said some bad things in my day. But, like, in the end, like, I always, like, feel remorseful and repent. And not only that, like, compared to a lot of other things, I haven't done anything really that bad.
Oh, you've done a lot of things bad. A lot of things. What about the pumped up kick stream, Chantal? That was really bad. There's a lot of bad things you've done. I mean, the list is long.
So yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. Imagine if people channel their energy and hatred to something else. Like, do something positive, exactly. They frame photos you got at Tigerland were lovely. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, we like it. Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh, can I show them the tiger one?
Which one?
This one.
Oh yeah. They haram and halal, like they know about the Islam.
They're exactly like I said. What's her face? FFG complained that I called her goblin because she's Jewish, right? Do you do Shabbos? Do you do anything Jewish? No, so shut it. All right.
Yes.
Like, look. Oh, see, when they close their eyes like this, aren't they content? Because when Julia does that, oh, cute. literally. So it's literally projection when she says you have a fake husband. Okay, you literally invented somebody. Like,
Here we go again with the fake husband nonsense. Chantal, I'm someone I've been married twice. And I can say from experience, it takes more than a ceremony and a ring and a piece of paper to have a husband, a real one. Because you can have a man in your life, and if they're not connected to you on a spiritual sense, if they're not emotionally connected to you, if they are not your true partner, it's not really your husband. Because your partner has to be your best friend. They've got to have your best interest at heart. They got to truly care and respect you. Salah's not your partner. He's not your husband. He's just, a paid for actor in your Chantal play. He's walking on the stage when he needs to walk on, and when you don't need him, you dismiss him, and he goes back behind the curtain and he waits for the next time he has to go on. But he's not your real husband. I mean, the situation with the boil is a perfect example. You've allegedly got a boil on your leg, and he could help you make sure it's nice and clean and pack it. But rather that happen, you had to go back to the clinic or the hospital to get it packed. He's not going to do it for you. Pete's a guy that you weren't even married to. He took care of you. But your husband won't? He won't do it out of love? He won't do it because he cares? So where's your loving husband, Chantal? Where's he at? This is what happens when you get a fake husband. See, fake husbands don't care. They won't take care of you when you're sick. They won't be there for you when you're ill. If he won't even be there for you when you've got a simple wound on your leg, what do you think's going to happen if, God forbid, if you ended up in the hospital and you can't work? If you had a much more serious injury, do you think he's going to be there for you to care for you? If he won't be there for you to care for a boil, if by some chance you become bedbound, do you honestly think he's going to take care of you and bathe you in bed and feed you and make sure you don't get bed sores or bed infections? Just something to think about. Let's think about that. If the ultimate plan is to go back to Kuwait and become bedbound, and you've got this vision in your head that he's going to be there for you and go get food and clean for you and clean you off, and you're getting a taste of where his head is at, that he's not that committed. And if something bad happens to you, he's going to leave you high and dry. The warning signs are in front of you. So you can choose to look at them and take notice, or do as you have been doing and ignore them. He's only there for a paycheck. If that paycheck disappears, so will he.
a whole fake ass imaginary person.
100%.
Yeah. Has to be hung it. We're gonna definitely hang it. So as the Tiger King. Yeah. So
Eye of the tiger.
Eye of the Tiger. Can we stop talking? Yeah, for sure we can. It brings the vibe down, I know. The favorite food, pad thai and durian. I like durian.
We are always happy.
So, like, the topics of conversation tonight have been food, reactors, back to food, back to the reactors. Again, she could have talked about anything else tonight. But it's literally like she's in Thailand, talk about anything in Thailand. What are we talking about? The same stuff she talked about in Canada, the same stuff she talked about in Kuwait. Food, reactors, back to food. Reactors, food, FFG, food. Nothing different here.
Happy and living our life.
Yeah.
And traveling everywhere and doing vlogs, touch grass.
Yeah, I think that seriously
Yeah,
makes
we just address the hypocrisy.
hypocrisy,
in this
yeah.
fucking-
Tall Pete, will you be quiet? You're not on camera, sir. So unless you're part of this live, then just stay over there. Stop talking. What is it with her doing lives while you guys are in Thailand and you're over on the other side of the room? You're not sitting beside her. What's up with that? What's going on with that? You want to be part of the live and you want to be heard in the live, but not seen. Why are you talking across the room? Do you know how annoying that is?
Stupid haters.
But we mostly ignore it now.
That's all.
But like people, like they don't like to see you happy. I swear, it's like that's why.
No, it's not a matter of we don't want to see you happy. It's just that you don't want to be happy. Because if you wanted to be happy, you would take care of yourself. You're the captain of your own ship, like I said. You determine your happiness or your unhappiness. Has nothing to do with anybody else. We can't make you be unhappy or happy. And apparently you don't care to be happy.
Why they get mad, like, oh, she should be down. What can we do to get her now? I just want to see her suffer the consequences.
Jealous as hell.
For what? Yeah, like
The jealousy inside them.
yeah. Same people who say I'm a horrible person and deserve this, the same people doxing innocent people. It's ridiculous. I don't get it.
Stay MAD. Haters.
Yeah.
Stay mad.
Yep. Say what you want about us. We don't care.
People who don't care don't make hour and 39-minute lives to say they don't care.
Mozzarella corn dogs. Yes. No, I've tried mozzarella dogs, but not corn. I have to. Pointless. I'm sorry that happened to you, though. Caroline, it's true. It's so pointless.
So Cassie says, let's call a spade a spade. Reaction channels would not cover you if they didn't make money. It's all about the money, honey. Well, on that opposite point, Cassie, do you think Chantal would be on YouTube if she weren't making money? Somebody did ask her the question long ago. Would you have a channel and would you do lives and videos if you weren't making money? And she said, no. So if she weren't monetized, she would just say, screw YouTube and go do something else. So anybody accusing the reaction channels of being greedy, okay, she's monetized and she'll monetize anything for any reason. If she weren't making money, she wouldn't be doing this. She wouldn't care to go live. She comes on live to stick her hand out and say, hey, give me a super chat for doing nothing.
Pointless. And yeah, people even tried to say that, like, I knew it. I'm like, they're gonna say that we burnt down the floating market. Like other people, like I've seen that a lot from other people, like a lot of reactors, and I'm just like, idiots. That's all I can say, and just laugh. Like anything to try to get us, you know. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you. Salah's love always cheers me up.
Oh, thanks, Bella.
It is funny.
No worries.
I love it. Let Carmen deal with them. Exactly.
Shane Street.
My sweet love. You didn't like it, Bam? Was there sugar on it? Thank you, Emily. Yeah, that's true.
You know what? We're already like 3 hours. I know this react was kind of long, but you know, she was kind of cranky, so I want to stick around for it. So I hope you guys don't mind the longer react. So hope you guys have enjoyed that. Like, hey, Chantal said to cam up. I cammed up. I'm here. This is what I look like. I have no filters on. There's no face filters happening here. It's just a little bit of makeup, my glasses, my hoodie, and that's pretty much it. So your move, Chantal. Let's see you come on camera without the filters, without the face banks. No disrespect to anybody who wears a hijab. It's just that she uses it as a face banks to filter her face. So let's see you come on camera in the raw, Chantal, natural, not hiding behind anything, not using the filters as a type of living avatar. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Let's see if you actually do it. All right, I'm out. Hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here and have a good night. Bye bye.